100.1 KYFM presents Owasso Rams Football 2021. Owasso Rams Football is brought to you by Christian Brothers Automotive, Wholesale Computer, Owasso, Color Jewelry, Wings to Go, State Farm Insurance Agent Casey Miller, the Owasso Coffee Company, Duralast Roofing by Molly Jordan, Waterstone Cleaners, Shepherd Tech, State Farm Insurance Agent Robert Long, Folds of Honor, the Hopper Group, Executive Home by the Glover Auto Family, by Keith 2 Insurance, by Federal Communication Credit Union, Tulsa Bone and Joint, Ascension St. John, Trails Inn Barbecue, by TTCU, by St. Francis Hospital, and First Bank of Owasso. With a preview of tonight's game and tonight's opponent, let's take you to the stadium with Jared Gallagher and the voice of the Owasso Rams, Steve Bowery. 1, 2, 3.
Tonight, the Owasso Rams have another opportunity to take a step forward toward their goal of a state title. And standing in the way is a familiar foe, the Mustang Broncos. This time, the two engage in battle at the friendly confines of Owasso Stadium, where the Rams have won 20 straight games and 27 of their last 28. And with an always competitive Mustang program in town, that streak will be put to the test, and the question will be, who steps up for the Rams tonight? Will it once again be the Cole Adams Show, who has revived Owasso special teams with 2 kicks returned for touchdowns in as many weeks? Will it be the defense, who is allowing just 16 points per game? We'll find out, but all we can guarantee is you'll see some fireworks tonight as these two programs combine for nearly 85 points per game. When we come back, we'll chat with Rams head coach Bill Blankenship about his preparation for tonight's game. It's Friday night in Owasso and time for the Owasso Ram pregame show on 100.1 KYFM.
I started Folds of Honor above my garage 13 years ago because 90% of spouses and children of killed or disabled U.S. service members receive no federal education assistance. Our mission has never wavered. We honor their sacrifices by educating their legacy.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thanks to you, I will be a construction engineer,
an elementary school teacher.
Thank you for helping me fulfill my dream of going to med school.
We're able to award these scholarships because patriots like you refuse to turn your back on the cost of freedom. Join the Folds of Honor Squadron today. Your $13 a month will help ensure we never turn military families away. This is your call to duty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thanks to people like you, I know my dad is not forgotten.
In the past 7 years, First Bank of Owasso has invested over $400,000 in Owasso Public Schools. This includes funds for athletic and academic teams, classroom materials, and support for our teachers. Discover the First Bank of Owasso difference by visiting one of their 3 convenient Owasso locations or by visiting firstbank.net. First Bank of Owasso, member FDIC. Executive Homes is proud to introduce Owasso's premier neighborhood, Presley Hollow. Located on 76th Street and 148th East Avenue, Presley Hollow features the area's best amenities, including 2 pools, basketball court, state-of-the-art playground, clubhouse, and 2 ponds. Starting just above $300,000, each home in Presley Hollow is loaded with premium finishes and always available at a guaranteed price. Visit executivehomes.com for more information. Hello, Ram Nation. This is Coach Blankenship. We're proud to have a winning tradition here in Owasso, both on the field and off. And as we strive for excellence, our partners at Jim Glover, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat strive for excellence also. And that's why they're this year's Dealer Raiders Dealer of the Year. With the region's only Jeep showcase store, Jim Glover Jeep focused specifically on the Jeep lifestyle. So if you're in the market for a Jeep, there's only one place to go, and that's Jim Glover here in Owasso. Don't forget they can customize your Jeep to fit your lifestyle. Tell them Coach B sent you.
Ascension St. John ER care teams are here for you with strong safety measures in place to protect you and your family. If you have concerns about a heart attack, stroke, difficulty breathing, or a severe mental health condition, don't delay care. Go directly to the ER or call 911. Delaying care could make your condition worse and make it more difficult to recover. Ascension St. John Emergency Care is available 24/7. Find a location at getstjohncare.com.
Tulsa Bone and Joint Owasso is proud to support the Owasso Rams. Our trained orthopedic physicians and athletic trainers will be on the sidelines in case you need us. With an office conveniently located inside the St. John Owasso Physician Building, Tulsa Bone and Joint physicians and physical therapists are nearby to serve you and your family. We wish the Owasso Rams a safe and successful football season. Tulsa Bone and Joint Owasso, moving life forward.
Seems like every game and app and service wants to charge you a fee. Monthly fee, usage fee, delivery fee. So how about a checking account that pays you, huh? Then remember this. You get paid on every Visa debit transaction with PayMe Checking from Communication Federal Credit Union, online, in apps, or in stores. Last year, our members earned over $240,000 in paybacks with PayMe Checking. Get paid instead of paying. Communication Federal Credit Union. Some restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to the Bill Blankenship Show, powered by First United Mortgage, where the Owasso Rams are home for the final time in the 2021 regular season on Friday night against the Mustang Broncos. And, Coach, this is a team that, another Blankenship Bowl, if you will, but a coach and a team that you're very familiar with.
Lee Blankenship, my cousin, is leading this group, and they do a great job. I've been a fan of Lee's for a long time. I think a lot of folks on our side of the state may not realize that Mustang is a large school, even larger than Owasso. They're the fourth largest school in the state. They have done probably more than anybody else on the west side to become like a east side team. They try to model everything we do. In some ways, that's certainly a compliment to all of us, but in the other is you just need to understand that's the standard they're trying to set. This is a very good offensive football team. They've got a lot of skill, talent, guys that are getting recruited at a high level. They've scored a whole lot of points. Everybody they played, the teams they beat and the teams they lost to, they've scored a lot of points. This is a team they've given up some points. And so we've got to understand that I think our offense has got to feel a little bit of pressure to deliver and to get points on the board, to give our defense the support they need as they're going to accept the challenge of trying to match up with the receivers and the speed that Mustang brings to the table.
And you're talking about the Mustang offense. For fans, you would equate them maybe to like a Norman North or a Fayetteville that we faced before offensively.
Well, that's it. When we talk about it in-house, we've tried to tell our players this and our coaches. It's always easier if you can say, who does this person remind you of? Who does this team remind you of? And this team reminds me of a Norman North, a very powerful offensive football team. They've not been a powerful defense. Fayetteville, really good on offense. They weren't bad on defense, but they weren't as good. And so I think that this is a team that seems to be similar to those. That immediately gets our players' attention because they know we hung on against Fayetteville and that we had a tough challenge early against Norman North, and we responded well. But this is a team that can score points, and they can score points in a hurry. And if we get our eyes in the wrong place defensively, if we're not reading our keys, if we don't tackle well, they will put it in the end zone.
Historically, you've had a lot of success against Mustang. The Rams winning last year 43-14, and you're undefeated against the Broncos in your time at Owasso. But we've really had some pretty ferocious battles with Mustang here in the past. What do you look forward out of this game? A little bit of distraction maybe with it being senior night. What are you telling your ball club, and what competitive advantage do you have this week?
Well, the thing that we have to understand is that what's at stake. We have one loss to Union, and they have a loss. So in all reality, we're playing them for a home field opportunity to host in the playoffs. I think it would be very difficult if we lose this ball game for us to come back and find a path to having another home game. So seniors, if it's a big deal to you, then senior night needs to turn into let's earn another night at home, or this will be our last game. I think understanding what's at stake certainly will generate some momentum for us. Having the respect of a team that can put points on the board will get our attention. I think where we are as a unit right now, as a team, is that I focus a lot more on us. And if we bring our best to the table, then we're going to be fine. What we've got to avoid is the complacency of winning and thinking that we're there yet. And when that happens, it's dangerous. So we'll see if we can handle the success that we've had the last few weeks to keep a little edge about us. And if we do and we get ready to play, then I just want them to have to get the very best Owasso team that can show up.
Let's take a short break, and we'll chat about Owasso's next opponent more, the Mustang Broncos. You're listening to the Bill Blankenship Show, powered by First United Mortgage on 100.1 KYFM.
Hello, Owasso. This is Ray Adcock with Christian Brothers Automotive, and we just want to say thank you for supporting us as a local business. I know for our family, we own a business here, we live here, we go to church here. All 4 of our kids are in school here. And when we shop, we always consider to try to spend our money in town. We go to restaurants that we know are owned by people from Owasso, and if we leave town to get gas, we drive back on fumes to buy gas here because we want to keep that money in the Owasso School District. And recently we had a hailstorm that damaged our roof. We chose a roofer that, based on the owners from Owasso, the business is based in Owasso, so we're always trying to keep it local. And so we just want to say thank you. We know a lot of you guys are doing the same thing to help support us. When it comes time to service your vehicle, if something breaks, or just to do the maintenance, we would appreciate your consideration. We just want to say thank you, and we love being a part of Owasso.
Back to school times here again. Randy here with Wholesale Computer Supply, your locally owned and operated computer superstore. We have everything you need for back-to-school computing or working from home. Save up to $100 on laptops and desktop computers now. Want to be 25% more productive while working from home? We have a solution with a dual monitor setup for under $150. 3 locations to serve you better: East Tulsa, Midtown, and Owasso at 96th Street North and Garnett. Wholesale Computer Supply, where we'll do all we can.
The Rams are our hometown team, and Johnny Kohler Jewelry is your hometown jeweler. Our team can design the next custom piece of jewelry, or come in to shop popular brands and estate pieces, or for a quick watch battery change or complimentary cleaning. No matter what you need, John E. Kohler Jewelry has the right play for you. As your hometown jeweler, we love to see the Owasso Rams win under Friday Night Lights. Come by and meet our winning team at John E. Kohler Jewelry Designs, and we'll make every visit a touchdown.
State Farm Insurance and agent Casey Miller are proud to support the Owasso Rams in their pursuit of excellence, both on and off the field. For surprisingly great rates on auto, home, life, or even pet insurance, visit State Farm agent Casey Miller in the Waterford Suites between Home Depot and Walgreens in Owasso. Go Rams! Wings to Go at Owasso can be described as simply great wings. Wings to Go at Owasso is located on 129th, just up from Home Depot. Wings to Go is a proud supporter of the Owasso Rams and all of the Owasso community. Friday special, chicken tenders, got to check them out. They are delicious. Boneless special on Wednesdays. Come on in. You can check out the menu on wingstogo.com. Stop in before the game, grab Wings to Go, or bring the family and enjoy simply great wings with us at Wings to Go, Owasso.
At Owasso Coffee Company, it's all about bold flavors and big smiles. Located right down the street from Owasso High School in the Renaissance Shopping Center, Owasso Coffee Company focuses on delicious baked goods and quality handcrafted beverages featuring Rose Rock coffee products made right here in Oklahoma. Stop by or drive through today at Owasso Coffee Company, a proud supporter of Owasso Athletics.
My name is Steve Mowry, and this is my wife, Renee.
We've been proud members of the Owasso community for over 55 years. When we have roofing needs, we have always chosen Zach Harbaugh and Duralast Roofing Specialist. Zach and his team offer the highest quality roofing services and more, ensuring that our home is protected from the top down. Call Zach Harbaugh at Duralast Roofing Specialist today at 918-906-6000. 7800.
Good job, hun. You read all my lines.
Welcome back to the Bill Blankenship Show, powered by our friends at First United Mortgage, where the 6-1 Owasso Rams are getting set to take on the Mustang Broncos. This is the 9th meeting between these two programs, with Owasso having a 6-2 head-to-head record, including 5 in a row. Those two losses, they had a couple of good quarterbacks, Caleb and Kendall Thompson, for those that maybe, or Casey Thompson that they saw last week with Texas. But the Mustang Broncos are a little bit different ball club. Somebody coming in, as we head into this game, what would be your keys to victory?
Well, I think that Mustang prides themselves on being a physical, blue-collar kind of program. So I really think physicality will be one of the key components that's going to lead to victory. The most physical team that plays the smartest, I think, will win this game. That is two of the core beliefs that we have anyway. And so I think that just understanding that we're now into a playoff mentality, we have a lot to play for here. And so I think if we approach it that way, that'll turn out well for the Rams.
And when you talk about physicality, the first thing that comes to my mind are the big hogs up front on the offensive and defensive line. Defensive line has just been a wall. And even though the offensive line started out good at the beginning,
you guys are going live after St. Francis Health System ad.
Not only in run blocking, but pass protection as well.
I don't think there's any doubt. We continue to improve on both sides of the ball. Justin Morrissey, our O-line coach, and Levy Adcock, the D-line coach, have done a great job of taking our guys from where they were to where they are today. None of them are satisfied. They're going to keep working. But I do think that what was a question mark on the offensive line or offensive unit with our line has turned into a real solid piece of what we do. Defensively, we thought the line could be one of our strengths, and I think it has continued to get even better. We're not just holding our gap now. We're creating plays in the backfield. You're seeing more tackles for loss and sacks than we had earlier in the year. And again, I think that this week, those two have to have really good games, those two units.
Coach, we talked about it briefly, it being senior night, and I know you get this question every year, but tell us a little bit about what this senior class means to you personally.
Well, every team has its personality. This has been a very enjoyable squad. We have stronger leadership from this senior class across the board than we've had in a while. And I think that's indicative of what I've said about us offensively. I've had better players. I may have had leaders that were as good or better than these guys. But to have a group of leaders that's as deep and as far-reaching as this, man, our captains with Jake Clifton, Cole Adams in the senior, but he certainly is one of our leading captains. Chris McClellan, those three guys wear the captain mantle. But what is so awesome is you get leadership from Michael Jamerson. You get leadership from Brandon Ramsey, Derek Overstreet. You just go down the line, and there's the quiet guys like Cody Chase. And this is a fun group. And I just think they enjoy playing football. And they enjoy the grind of what it takes to win. And so I couldn't have said that truthfully about every group we've had. But again, this extends past one or two really special kids. This is a great group.
And something that you do that I haven't seen a lot of head coaches do pregame when they're introduced is you as the head coach are out on the field to congratulate these young men on their football career here at Owasso.
Well, we're tied together. I mean, these guys have been there through I've been able to be here through their career, from watching them as freshmen all the way through. And, so it'll be a little more meaningful to give them a little fist bump or a hug and a handshake because you just feel like we've put a lot of time in.
Coach, thank you as always, and best of luck as we take on the Mustang Broncos. When we come back, we'll set the scene for this 6A1 District 2 matchup and get ready for action down on the field. That's on the other side of this break. You're listening to the Owasso Ram pregame show on 100.1 KYFM.
Molly Jordan, a Keller Williams Premier Agent in Owasso, is not only a huge fan of Owasso athletics, Molly is also a huge supporter of everything Owasso. Molly has been selling homes and properties in Owasso for a long time and understands this market. Call Molly Jordan or find her on Facebook. Call her at 918-520-6015 today. Go Rams. Let's have a winning season in Owasso and call Molly Jordan. Jeff and Shelley Waters of Waterstone Cleaners in Owasso and Tulsa are proud supporters of Owasso Athletics. Waterstone Cleaners has served this area since 2006, and they love all things Owasso. They offer dry cleaning and full laundry service at Waterstone Cleaners. Stop by the Owasso location at the corner of 96th and Garnett. In Owasso, go Rams! Score a touchdown with Owasso Computer Repair. Whether you need computer repair, upgrades, or general cleanup, Owasso Computer Repair can assist you with all your needs. For more information, visit owassocomputerrepair.com. Go Rams!
Whether it's supporting Owasso football on Friday nights or making sure you're covered in life, State Farm Agent Robert Long is there for you. When it comes to home, life, and auto insurance, go with the one who's supported the Rams since day one. Go with State Farm Agent Robert Long, located on 86th Street in Owasso.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, don't trust your real estate needs to just any mom and pop company. At the Hopper Group, you get local market expertise with the backing of a worldwide network. Enjoy RE/MAX results with the Hopper Group.
There's barbecue, then there's barbecue. Trails Inn is the barbecue headquarters of the Owasso Rams. Owner and longtime Ram fan John Cash uses locally sourced ingredients, and their meats are cooked low and slow over pecan hardwood. Trails Inn Barbecue serves smoke-blasted barbecue that is long on flavor and short on pretense. Trails Inn Barbecue is here for all your dine-in and catering needs. Trails Inn Barbecue, located at 8888 North Garnett Road in Owasso. Proud supporter of Owasso Athletics.
Fun money. Everybody loves spending it. What would you do if TTCU gave you $200? Well, start thinking, because now you can earn a $200 bonus just for opening a new TTCU checking account with direct deposit with approved credit. Some restrictions apply. Offer ends 10/31/21. Annual percentage yield for dividend-bearing accounts is 0.15% as of 6/15/21. Federally insured by NCUA. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Wherever you are in eastern Oklahoma, you're never far from a Warren Clinic location. As part of St. Francis Health System, the area's largest healthcare network, Warren Clinic has more than 90 locations in the area, providing comprehensive healthcare for adults and children. From primary and specialty care to urgent care and physician video visits, Warren Clinic and St. Francis are here to keep you and your whole family healthy. To connect with the care you need, call 918-488-6688 or visit stfrancis.com.
Well, good evening, and we welcome you in here to the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth. I'm Steve Mowry, alongside my wingman Grant Mowry and Rob Williams, working the numbers here this evening as we get ready for this district game between the Owasso Rams and the Mustang Broncos. Owasso 6-1 overall, 3-1 in district play. Mustang 4-3 overall, but they are 3-1 in district play. Owasso and Mustang in the 2 and 3 spots, so this will clean a lot of the positioning here in district play as we get ready for the game tonight. It's senior night here at Owasso as senior football players, palm and cheer, being recognized here before the game, before the colors are presented out on the field. Captains are on the field, Jake Clifton, Cole Adams, and Chris McClellan, as we get ready for the opening toss. But Grant, before we get started, just welcome into tonight's game. We've been to the Breakfast Club with Bill Blankenship. We've heard his opening remarks and some thoughts that you might have going into tonight that might be different than what we saw last week.
Yeah, absolutely. I think tonight, for a lot of people at home that don't know, it's a very big game.
tonight determines whether the Owasso Rams will have a home playoff game. Depending if we make it there or not, I think we will. So big things riding on that. Kind of talking to Coach Blankenship this week. We're going to see a lot of different things tonight. Defensively for Mustang, I think we're going to see a lot of movement pre-snap. They don't like to set, things like that. It'd be a little bit hard for our offense to settle in and stay focused on some of that. As you talked about, too, we have senior night tonight. Kind of important on some of those things to stay focused on. But overall, I expect a really good game. I expect the Rams to come out and play well, stay sharp, but always have to start first.
Do what they do, and they should be fine coming into this game here this evening. Talking about the Christian Brothers Automotive drive to the game. Christian Brothers Automotive keeps you rolling with expert maintenance and repair. Go see our friend Ray Adcock and his team at Christian Brothers Automotive on the corner of 96th Street North in Garnett in Owasso. And granted, it's a home game tonight, so really not much traffic to incur on the way here. So Ray Adcock had everything cleared out for us. It was a straight drive from the house here to the stadium. And, looking at the crowd on the other side, about what you expect from West Side travelers. Not a lot of people coming over here tonight, but a great home crowd here on the home side tonight.
Yeah, and this is football weather. This is what we talk about all the time. This is gorgeous. No wind, hardly any wind. It feels great outside. This feels like a good Friday night.
Should be a fun game as we get introduced here in the early going, waiting for the coin toss, and it is up and down on the ground. The referee tonight making the indication that Owasso has won the toss, and they will defer to the second half as they defend what appears to be the south end zone. So the Rams will be kicking off here in the early going. And while we're looking at that, the uniform report by Stone Canyon Living Magazine. We want to thank Stone Canyon Living Magazine for providing our uniform report tonight. And it's the Rams in their home red jerseys, white pants with the double stripe down the side, and the traditional Ram red helmet with the white horns. And then Mustang will be in red pants with white jerseys, dark black numerals, and then the black helmets with the Mustang M on the side with the Bronco. So thank you to Stone Canyon for that report. Rediscover nature and redefine home at www.stonecanyonliving.com. Color guard getting ready to come out on the field and present the colors as we have, I believe, what is going to be the Owasso High School and Junior High Choir in a combined presentation of the national anthem. So as the colors come out onto the field and we get ready for that, we'll take a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Ram Football here on 100.1 KYFM.
On today's edition of Owasso Rams Trivia, the category is food. Now, for our first question, what are the 4 food groups?
Milk, meat, fruit, and bread.
That's correct.
Wait, everyone in Owasso knows that Charlie's Chicken Chunks are so good. They might as well be their own food group.
Judges, are the chicken chunks at Charlie's that good? That settles it. Go see for yourself at Charlie's Chicken on 76th Street, just east of Highway 169.
For a fun challenge and a true test of golf, visit Bailey Ranch Golf Club in Owasso. Located just 10 minutes north of Tulsa, Bailey Ranch is now open for play following an extensive renovation to the golf course. Be one of the first to experience the new Bailey Ranch Golf Club on 86th Street, just 2 minutes west of Highway 169. Book your tee time today at BaileyRanchGolf.com.
At Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe, our goal is to serve you a fresh, healthy, homemade meal at an affordable price every time. We make over 100 menu items from scratch each day, nothing frozen, nothing from a box, and we don't fry anything. Our menu is full of healthy options including vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free. Dine in, pick up, or experience our full-service catering delivered to your home, office, or event. Taziki's is locally owned and operated. Come see us.
Hey, this is Paul Smith, former TU and NFL quarterback. My good friends at Waldo's Chicken and Beer at 71st and Yale by Taziki's. It's the home of Southern fried and fire-roasted chicken. Enjoy your chicken on the bone, on the bun, in a basket, or in a bowl. Toss in several scratch-made sides, including 3-cheese, mac and cheese, and collard greens, homemade sauces, and you've found yourself a new favorite chicken spot. Locally owned and operated.
And thank you to our Owasso High School and Junior High vocal group for providing us with that national anthem. A great job there by these classes, directed by Mrs. Wall, Robin Wall. Thank her and her guidance here this evening as they leave from the field. As they do that, Grant, we're going to come back to you. The Kohler Jewelry keys to victory. We've heard a little bit from Coach Blankenship, but also we talked a little bit about that here in our pregame. Owasso's home for fine jewelry is Johnny Kohler Jewelry Designs. Go see John and his team on the Owasso Expressway at Tyann Plaza, but we talked a little bit about the physicality here in the early going, but what might be your keys to the game here tonight for the Owasso Rams to be successful?
Well, number one tonight, I've got us as start fast. That seems to be a week-to-week thing, but we have shown a little bit of inconsistency with that. So a big thing for the Rams tonight, coming out fast, doing some execution early. What we can expect from Mustang on defense is the defense likes to move around quite a bit. You'll see them in some untypical formations, if you will, that they don't like to get set pregame. So offensive line being a good concept for them tonight. If they can pick up the right blocks, handle those blocks. And then offensively, also for the Rams, we're going to see a lot of, I think, running back outs, if you will, just kind of some running back flare passes. But I know Mustang likes to stack, after talking, I say I know, Coach Blankenship, talking to him this week at the breakfast, Mustang likes to stack the outside of the field. So I think it'll be important tonight for Owasso to establish that run game on the inside, as we do see Mustang playing a typical 3-deep safety look all night, kind of forcing the Rams to throw the ball underneath. And so we'll see if Coach Blankenship, I give him a hard time, we'll see if Coach Blankenship can be patient taking 6 to 8 yards every play. But he did admit that's a struggle for him, because it's always fun to see the 40-yard touchdowns come to him.
Well, you did ask him if he would be okay taking that 6 yard at a time, and he was very emphatic about, I don't know if I can be that patient. He wants to go
he admitted it's going to be a real, he said it's a personal struggle for him. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes tonight. It'll be a great game here.
Our keys to the game brought to you by Johnny Kohler Jewelry Designs here on senior night. Let's look at the starting lineups here for the Owasso Rams as they get ready to come out on the field. They'll be starting on defense, so the defensive line across the front. Defensive ends will be Chris McClellan and Gage Smith. At defensive tackle, Michael Jamerson and Tyler Rich. Your linebackers will be Jacob Clifton, Brody Doris, and Braden Foster. Also see Aiden Lewis and Elisha Malvo getting a lot of time there in the rotation as well. The corners will be Brandon Ramsey and Corbin Green, but Chance Milgate is back along with Khalid Boakwright there at the corners. Rotation there as well. And then your safeties, that'll be Cody Chase and Jake Adams. For the Owasso Rams offense, across the front line, that'll be Nolan Ackenhausen at the left tackle. Rhett Fultz will be the left guard here tonight. Center starting will be Tyron Collins. Right guard, Jacob Smitty. The right tackle, Ryan Case. At running back will be Derek Overstreet and Emery Neely. And as Grant alluded to, taking that underneath route, 4 very capable wide receivers. Something that was brought to note tonight by Jared Gallagher, helps me on the road games, and also here the on-field PA. Cole Adams, Keelan Carney, Jeray Austin, and Ronnie Thomas, they have combined for 78 touchdowns in their careers. So that just gives you a brief insight on the firepower that the Rams have. Also, Austin Havens will be starting at quarterback, but not uncommon to see Coach Blankenship bring in Mason Willingham as well as the Rams come on the field here tonight, senior night, as Coach Blankenship recognized his seniors here in the pregame. That starting lineup was brought to you by Spotlight 918. We thank Spotlight 918 for sponsoring that segment. And then here in the first quarter, it'll be Bailey Ranch Golf. Our friends out at Bailey Golf Ranch with the New Bermuda Greens and Corey Bird doing a fantastic job out there. If you haven't had a chance to experience the golf course, you want to try that because it is in pristine condition and is, it's a fun course to play right now in fantastic shape. Fix your divots. That's all we got to say to you. New greens, fix your divots. Mustang comes out onto the field as we get ready for this matchup here tonight. As we mentioned, the Rams 3-1 in district play, tied with Mustang, so this will clean some things up. The Rams defeated the Mustang Broncos twice last year, 43-14 and 45-7. So the Rams have outscored Mustang 88-21 in those last two meetings. And as was mentioned in our pregame, the Rams are 5-0 against Mustang, led by Coach Lee Blankenship. So I guess you could tag this as another Blankenship Bowl if you want to. But the Rams have been fairly dominant in their games against Mustang. The Rams, if you take away the 7-point score against Union, the Rams are averaging almost 50 points a game and only giving up 16.5 points a game. Mustang on the other side, a lot of firepower. We've heard Coach Blankenship share that with us. They also give up a lot of points. They average just over 40 points a game and giving up almost 30 points a game. You would expect that to favor the Rams here tonight in this matchup. As we get ready for the opening kickoff, the Rams going right to left on your radio dial. I failed to mention it'll also be Hall of Fame night here tonight as we have a new class that'll be inducted into the Hall of Fame tomorrow night. So we'll be talking about that later on here in the broadcast as Jake Adams will tee it up for the Rams. Very comfortable conditions here tonight, Grant.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, it just feels like Friday night football. This is kind of what we live for. Kind of that cool breeze coming in, not much wind. Got a good show out of the crowd tonight, knowing the band is not here tonight, as our band parents always make up a good part of our crowd. So I really appreciate the Owasso community showing out tonight.
Back deep for Mustang will be Keegan Bass along with Jacoby Johnson as Jake Adams gets us teed up and the opening kickoff back deep. That'll be caught at about the 6-yard line by Keegan Bass. Comes up the middle and he's tackled immediately. A great tackle there as that was made by Jake Gillespie. We've started calling his name a little bit more in these last few games, Grant.
We're definitely seeing, as we get further along in the season, seeing a lot of new guys come into play here. We're kind of having a hard time recognizing some numbers as the Rams continue to rotate some really good players across the board.
So the Rams will start out on defense as Jake Clifton and Chris McClellan lead the defense out on the field. Mustang comes right out of the huddle from the sideline and gets lined up. At quarterback will be Tristan Russell at quarterback. Single back behind him, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, looking downfield, has an open receiver. It's caught there by Keegan Bass, and that may be enough for a Mustang first down as the ball moved up to the Mustang 32-yard line. Actually, they're going to back it up a yard to the 31, so it'll be 1st and 10. Mustang in hurry-up offense. They come right up and line up. Bass with the snap, the handoff up the middle. And the talented running back, Chaz Bradley, made gain of 2 on the play. Jake Clifton in on the tackle that time. So it'll be 2nd and 8 at the Mustang 32-yard line. A long 8, if you will. Russell in the pocket, looks downfield, and hits an open receiver. And again, it's Keegan Bass. The junior for Mustang makes a diving catch on the right side, right at the numbers, so it'll be another first down for Mustang, and we see a little bit of the offensive prowess of the Broncos. Again, Tristan Russell right up to the line, looks at the sideline for the play call, gets it in. Single back is Chaz Bradley. He'll motion out to the left. Russell takes the ball up the middle, turns back to the left, inside, gets about 4, maybe 5 on the play into Ram territory at the Owasso 45-yard line, so the Broncos got a drive going here.
Yeah, we talk about hurry-up offense. This is probably about the fastest we've seen an offense all year actually line up and snap the ball.
Again, Russell quick at quarterback, fakes the handoff, throws over the middle. Great breakup that time.
Cody Chase. You're right, he read it the whole way. Great diving play to break that up.
So that'll bring up a third down for the Ram defense here at their own 45-yard line. 3rd and 5 for Mustang. Again, it's been Tristan Russell at quarterback. Chaz Bradley, who is committed to OU. You got to watch out here for the Oregon commit, Andre Dollar. Bradley looking on his left. Pressure in the pocket. Bradley able to escape to his left. Throw downfield. He's got a wide open receiver, and he escapes the defense. It's going to be a touchdown Mustang. 45-yard touchdown pass from Russell to Jacoby Johnson. Had an opportunity with a defender, but could not make the tackle, and it was open field from that point on. Mustang attempting what looks to be a swinging gate. Now they'll substitute as they bring on 3 players and run 3 off here for the extra point. They'll line up in a traditional extra point kick. It's up, and it's good. So with 10:17 to go here in the first quarter of play in the opening possession, Mustang able to drive down the field 80 yards. They lead the Owasso Rams 7-0 here on your Owasso Sports Network.
Full times here again. Randy here with
guys.
Wholesale Computer Supply, your locally owned and operated computer superstore. We have everything you need for back-to-school computing or working from home. Save up to $100 on laptops and desktop computers now. Want to be 25% more productive while working from home? We have a solution with the dual monitor setup for under $150. 3 locations to serve you better. East Tulsa, Midtown, and Owasso at 96th Street North and Garnett. Wholesale Computer Supply, where we'll do all we can.
The Rams are our hometown team,
Dude,
and Johnny Kohler
bring it back.
is your hometown jeweler. Our team. Come by and meet our winning team at John E. Kohler Jewelry Designs, and we'll make every visit a touchdown.
State Farm Insurance and agent Casey Miller are proud to support the Owasso Rams in their pursuit of excellence, both on and off the field. For surprisingly great rates on auto, home, life, or even pet insurance, visit State Farm agent Casey Miller in the Waterford Suites between Home Depot and Walgreens in Owasso. Go Rams!
Well, we're sorry about that long commercial break there as we missed the opening kickoff from Mustang, and then an 80-yard touchdown pass from Austin Havens to Jeray Austin, and we are now tied at 7 with 10:04 to go here in this first quarter of play. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and come back for the rest of this first quarter.
Wings to go at Owasso can be described as simply great wings. Wings to go at Owasso is located on 129th, just up from Home Depot. Wings to go is a proud supporter of the Owasso Rams and all of the Owasso community. Friday special chicken tenders, gotta check them out. They are delicious. Boneless special on Wednesdays. Come on in. You can check out the menu on wingstogo.com. Stop in before the game, grab Wings to Go, or bring the family and enjoy simply great wings with us at Wings to Go, Owasso.
Welcome back to Owasso Stadium here in the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth as the Rams getting ready to kick off. Tied here at 7 with 10:04 to go in the first quarter. Kickoff received at the 4-yard line. He's going to do a reverse. No, they fake it, and then we've got 2 flags, one from the end zone, one from midfield. So whatever was seen there must have been obvious. Looked like Mustang was going to try a reverse. It was a fake. But I'm not sure if we didn't try to tackle the fake returner and grab a face mask. Let's see. No, it's going to be a hold against Mustang. They brought it out to about the 12-yard line, and that'll back them up half the distance to the goal line, so it should be 1st and 10 Mustang Broncos at their own 6-yard line.
Well, and I'm seeing Jake Clifton right there holding his left shoulder, left arm, and he's still staying in there. I'm not sure if anybody's giving him attention or not, but hopefully that's just a stinger and we can keep him in the game as he's a huge part of this Ram defense.
Absolutely. Committed to Kansas State to play for the Wildcats. Up there with Wayne Jones, the former Owasso great. Playing up in Manhattan, Kansas. Mustang quickly in the pocket. The pass long downfield. Another wide open receiver, and he can't bring it in. That's the Oregon commit, Andre Dollar. He had gotten behind the defense there, Grant, with no help over the top. If he catches that in stride, he probably burns us for another long touchdown.
That's a really good double move and a really good pump fake by the quarterback there, and kind of just got beat on the defense, but unable to bring that in. Really big break there for Owasso.
Brings up 2nd and 10 again from Mustang's own 6-yard line after the penalty. Handoff toward the right side, and there's not much there. Clifton can't make the tackle, and fighting out of it, the running back, Chaz Bradley, looked like he was going to be wrapped up for about a 2-yard loss. And again, Grant, we see Jake Clifton come up, and he's holding that left arm, left shoulder, so that's normally a tackle that Big Jake would make. Mustang quickly to the line. They hand to Bradley again. He's got room up the middle. Can't split the defenders, but he gets to both safeties, and he's out to the Mustang 35-yard line where it'll be another 1st and 10 Broncos.
Well, I did not mention pregame, but Mustang has some great speed offensively, and it's going to be a big challenge for the Rams to keep that contained. So we talk about him in the backfield, OU commit, and he's showing some speed there.
Russell back at quarterback, Bradley to his right. Fakes the handoff. Russell's going to run out to his left toward the Mustang sideline. He's going to be met face mask to face mask over there and then tackled to the ground. I don't know if there was some extracurricular activity as the Mustang coaches got excited on that side, but it was a gain of 5 on the play. That'll be 2nd and 5 Mustang. Again, quickly to the line. Russell at quarterback, trips to the right this time. Hands off to Bradley, who runs left, and there's 2 Ram jerseys on the pile. Short gain on the play of maybe 1. Michael Jamerson coming up off the pile. Also Braden Foster in on the tackle, so a gain of maybe 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 And this Ram defense right now is being stretched on the field. Tristan Russell gets the call from the sideline. Bradley, his lone back, twins to the right and the left, fakes the handoff, looks over the middle, going to go with a fade on the right side. It's going to be thrown out of bounds. I don't believe that was catchable there. Great coverage by the Rams, Corbin Green. And so that'll bring up 4th down for Mustang. So Coach Lee Blankenship now with a decision to make. Grant, you would think from your own 39-yard line, an obvious punting situation, but maybe not so obvious to Coach Lee Blankenship. Let's see what he decides. And there's a penalty against the Rams, roughing the passer. And so all of that thought process I had is not, as that'll move the ball into Ram territory off the penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 Mustang at the Owasso 46-yard line.
Well, and those are the exact penalties. Mustang's been moving the ball well all night. You just can't do things like that to hurt your defense and keep your offense on the sideline.
Hand off to Bradley on the right side. He takes a shot right there in the middle. I think that was Jake Clifton that may have hit him. So hopefully that stinger's wearing off. Gain of 3 on the play to the Owasso 43-yard line, 2nd and 7.
Well, and we see Braden Foster in there at linebacker tonight as well, and I think he had a big part of that hit.
Russell hands off to Bradley on the right and tries to go back inside, but he runs into trouble there. A host of Rams, but the pile continues to move. Michael Jamerson in on the tackle along with Chris McClellan. That's across the 40-yard line. Looked like they were going to be stopped initially before that, but it's going to be 3rd and 3. Russell quickly to the line, looks at the sideline. Bradley to his right. Trips to the right, ball on the left hash. Fakes the handoff. Russell looking downfield, no pressure. Lofts one up high, and it's deflected and knocked away that time. Again, Corbin Green in on the pass breakup. Great defense. Intended receiver that time was Jacoby Johnson. Johnson goes 6'3", 190. Andre Dollar goes 6'6", 230. So some difficult matchups there for our defenders.
I think Owasso just relying on some of that closing speed, able to get down in there.
So the incomplete pass brings up 4th and 3. That'll bring on the punter for Mustang. Chance Johnson in punt formation. Cole Adams back deep, a high kick. Adams won't have a chance on the return. It bounces, and it's downed by Mustang as it takes a Ram bounce. So the Ram offense, they've got one play. It was good for 80 yards and a Ram touchdown. 6:24 to go. Here in this first quarter, we're tied at 7.
Well, I didn't get a great chance to scout that Mustang defense a while ago because the one play 80-yard drive that nobody heard. So we'll see what we do coming out here.
But we're back. Rams take over 1st and 10. Austin Havens leads his offense back out onto the field.
Seeing that 3-safety look by Mustang.
Sweep to Cole Adams on the right side. He's got some room across the 30. No, he didn't quite get there. He's tackled just shy of the Ram 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 6 on the play. So that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Well, they're going to mark it back. Well, no, it's right. 2nd and 3. Derek Overstreet to the left of Havens in the backfield, and then we have a cadence, and jumping offside is the nose guard for Mustang. Christian Rowland a bit eager that time, so that'll give the Rams a 1st down as they mark off the penalty. Out to the 35-yard line of Owasso as we're under 6 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Havens with Overstreet to his right. Gives it to Overstreet, runs to his left and gets across almost to the 40-yard line. good blocking up front by the offensive line, especially the left side.
Well, what we're seeing right now from Mustang is 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and 3 safeties. So inevitably giving 9 people in the middle of the field. So I think we'll see Owasso start swinging it out to the sidelines each side.
Havens in the pocket, looks to his right, rolls out to his left, under pressure, throws it, a great pass, caught. Catch made by Keelan Carney, but that was a great throw by Austin Havens, and that's into Mustang territory down to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, really good job of getting outside, trying to sprint out to the sideline, and makes a really good throw.
That'll be a State Farm agent, Casey Miller, first down. Havens back in the pocket again, looking down to his right, fakes the throw, then throws out to the flat. Caught there by Jeray Austin. He spun around, gains 4 or 5 on the play. Let's see where they spot it. I think Havens wanted to go long, but saw the coverage was good underneath with help over the top, so he did a good job of looking down underneath.
Yeah, we've got a corner kind of bailing at the snap there, which we talk about all the time, reading the corners, and that's an easy throw and catch.
Havens with trips to his left. We're going to have whistles on the play. There's going to be a flag. Typically, that'd be a procedure call against the Rams. Let's see what it is, and it is. That'll back them up 5 yards. So that'll put the Rams in a 2nd and 11.
Well, we talk about it often, going down and having breakfast at Trails Inn Barbecue with Coach Blankenship, and in a joking way, he kind of makes fun of it, but it's math, simple math. When there's 9 guys in the middle of the field between the hashes, we're going to outnumber them and go left and right. And you're starting to see a little bit of that with some of the Austin Havens sprint out and running receivers down the sidelines, running backs out of the backfield as well.
So the Rams with the ball at the Mustang 40-yard line, empty backfield. Cole Adams left to right. They hand the ball off. Then it's a reverse coming back to this side. Jeray Austin, he's got a block. He's across the 35. Fumbles the ball, but they're going to say he was down. It was recovered by Mustang, but they're going to say he was down on the play. So that'll be a gain inside the 35-yard line to the Mustang 33. Ball security, certainly a major concern here in the game. Brings up 3rd and 4 for the Rams. Havens. Handoff up the middle and destroyed immediately. Grant coming off the left side. Derek Overstreet just got drilled in the backfield, and that's going to bring up 4th and 8 on the play after a loss of 4. Mr. Reed there.
Well, that's Michael Johnson coming across the line, but it's what we talk about with this Mustang defense moving around pre-snap so much. That's going to be hard to pick up.
Rams going to go for it on 4th and 8. Let's see if they're going to fake it or actually go for it. Havens looks to the sideline. Single back to the right. Twins left and right. He moves the running back over to his left now. Looking downfield. Long pass is caught by Cole Adams. The defender just got mossed on the play as Cole Adams went up and over the defender, made the reception over Zach Warren. That is a touchdown, Owasso Rams.
Well, in the air, ball's in the air, and I'm thinking, hey, that's a pretty good punt for them to catch it on their own 5 and right at the 5-yard line. And right about that time, Cole Adams just truly reaches over the top of him, pulls a ball in, and just falls back in the end zone.
What a great play by Adams. Not sure why the clock's still rolling. They got him at the 1. So they bring Mason Willingham in. Well, Willingham gets the easy touchdown, Owasso Rams. I didn't see him go out of bounds.
Knee went down, but hey, so we miscalled a little bit, but it was an awesome catch. We got a little fired up here. So.
Well, Mason Willingham is going to get his name in the paper tomorrow, but it was Cole Adams with a great catch as he goes over the top of the defender. I thought that ball was going to be picked there for a moment, but Adams says, oh no, that's mine, brings it in for the Ram touchdown. Now Jake Adams on for the extra point attempt. Cole Adams with the hold. It's down. The kick is up, and it's good. We finally got it right, and with 2:24 to go here in the first quarter, it's Owasso 14, Mustang 7. You're listening to Ram Football here on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Dr.
At
Jason
Owasso.
Griffin. And I'm Dr. Caleb Nunley. And we at Tulsa Bone and Joint are happy to be the team physicians for the Owasso Rams.
I'm Dexter Millsap.
And I'm Zach McGinty, and we are the athletic trainers for the Owasso Rams.
Here's some of the services that we provide in the Tulsa Bone and Joint Athletic Training Facility.
Drive over 4 minutes. It's a 1-yard touchdown run by Mason Willingham, set up by the long pass from Austin Havens down to the 1-yard line, and a great catch by Cole Adams. The Rams lead now 14-7.
Yeah, we keep talking about it up here in the booth. We're all thinking, hey, that's as good as a punt. We'll pin him inside their own 5-yard line, and Cole just, as you said, mossed him.
Jake Adams with the kickoff. It's a shorter kick this time, received at the 11-yard line. Going to the left side, that's going to be Bass, and he's going to be tackled just across the 25, maybe up to the 28-yard line, where Mustang will take over 1st and 10. But what a huge play, Grant, for Owasso. Willingham able to cap it off with that 1-yard touchdown run, but, man, you won't see a finer catch than the junior Cole Adams.
Those are the types of plays you talk about in the Union games, and you look back at film and you have opportunities. You just kind of need your playmakers to step up. And who knows what the results of this game will be, but as a 7-7 game, humongous catch on a 4th down, and obviously results in 7 points.
So Mustang now 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Bradley looked across the Russell across the middle, and that ball was tipped. Jake Clifton getting underneath the pass. Also some help there by Corbin Green. Intended receiver Jacoby Johnson that time, so it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Talk about Clifton's toughness. I see now he's wearing some sort of a brace for a pad on that left arm he was holding, but you're not getting that kid out of the game.
So 2nd and 10, Russell gets the snap, fakes the handoff. It's going to be a fade over on that left side, and unable to bring it in is his intended receiver, Jacoby Johnson again. Grant, you're just seeing them go with size matchup right now in our corner.
Yeah, they're trying to do that, and you see kind of a lot of pushing and shoving back and forth, and if you're watching on the sports network, you're thinking, is that pass interference? Well, offense is given just as much as they're getting on that. They're going to let those things play out.
3rd and 10. Twins to the left and the right. Now in the backfield is Jay Bedford. He'll be to the right of Russell. Clock stopped at 2:08. Rams lead 14-7. 3rd and 10. Russell gets the snap, fakes the handoff. Again, trying to break the line. He's under pressure. Come from behind. He's going to be sacked. Chris McClellan. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And McClellan comes in that time, makes a great tackle, forces Mustang into another punting situation. Cole Adams is going to go back deep. You never know what Cole Adams is going to be able to do when he receives a punt, so it's just getting more exciting. We only here in the first quarter with 1:40 to go.
Oh, you love it. Tristan Russell scrambling for his life back there. Breaks 2 really good tackles, and then runs into the big man, Chris McClellan, able to stay home and make that tackle.
Chance Johnson with the punt. It's a high punt. Fair catch called.
So you heard me say, but we ran into the punter there.
Thought we were going to get
and
a flag,
I was watching that. He reached for it, and then he shook his head no.
Not enough. Not enough.
I did see the punter look back for a flag there, and he shakes his head nope, wasn't a good enough acting job.
So the Rams will take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. 1:18 to go here in the first. Owasso 14. Mustang 7. As the offense comes back out onto the field. Now at running back, we will see Emery Neely. Havens with Neely to his left, trips to the left. Ball on the right hash. Quick throw out to the right side. Jeray Austin with the catch. Gets blocking from receivers. Gets across the 45 into Mustang territory down to about the 41-yard line before he's brought down there. That will be a State Farm agent. Casey Miller first down as the change will move into Mustang territory at their, they're going to bring it back to about the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Havens quick to the line. Quick with the snap. Looking down deep. Got a long receiver downfield. Overthrows his receiver, but also the defender. Good job that time where neither one could get the football. Back in defense, Blake Huckabee. And now we're going to have an injured Mustang player. And Grant, you hear some groans from the fans on this one. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure I saw what they did.
So player down on the field. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and come back with 48 seconds here to go in the first quarter. It's Owasso 14, Mustang 7.
Molly Jordan, a Keller Williams Premier agent in Owasso, is not only a huge fan of Owasso athletics, Molly is also a huge supporter of everything Owasso. Molly has been selling homes and properties in Owasso for a long time and understands this market. Call Molly Jordan or find her on Facebook. Call her at 918-520-6015 today. Hey, go Rams. Let's have a winning season in Owasso and call Molly Jordan.
Let me see you through, 'cause I've seen the dawn.
Well, we welcome you back here to the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth as the player appears to be okay. Hudson Conrad able to walk off the field under his own ability there, so glad that he's okay. Rams with 2nd and 10 at their, well, they're in Mustang territory at the 42-yard line. Senior night here at Owasso, also Hall of Fame night. Rams 2nd and 10. Willingham fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, throws to the underneath receiver. That was going to be his tight end, and the pass was behind Jackson Woods. So that'll bring up 3rd down.
I think we've got the Rams offensive coordinator above us seeing that wide open. I heard a foot stomp or two like he knew it was there. We're just Rams unable to complete that. Little throw and catch.
Third down, pass here to the near side.
So there's the old
again
H bubble screen out there. That's what I thought we'd see a lot of tonight. But again, taking 5-6 yards every time can start to get worrisome on a aggressive offensive coordinator.
Rams quick to the line. It's going to be a 4th and 4, and Havens back in on 4th down. Rams going to go for it. Neely in motion left to right. They hand him the ball. No, Havens keeps it. He should have given it up, Grant, because Neely had all the room in the world on the right side, but Havens is caught for a tackle for loss, and that'll be a turnover on downs to Mustang with 8 seconds here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think we're looking at some sort of a kind of a read handoff there, and I think he just misread the wrong defensive guy, and like you said, Neely's got a lot of green over there on the open field side with his speed. Hate to see that, but that's one of those things you come in at halftime, talk about a couple things, or as we talked about too, the Rams in high school, they now have these TVs on the sideline. They're able to come over and look at those types of things in between drives as opposed to just at halftime. So we'll see what we can do on some of those.
So the Mustang offense back out on the field. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Russell hands the ball off to Bradley. He's got a lot of room into the Rams secondary, breaks a tackle, and finally tackled from behind, Jake Clifton. He's not going to give up on a play till you're in the end zone, and he basically makes a touchdown-saving tackle as Bradley is down into Ram territory. And Grant, that was easy.
Yeah, he's really just showing a burst of speed. There was a huge hole and kind of making one guy miss, and that's all he had to do, but he does. It slows him down just enough. And like you said, the pursuit of Clifton.
So that is the end of this first quarter of play. We'll move to second quarter action. It's Owasso 14, Mustang 7. You're listening to Ram Football here on your Owasso Sports Network. It's a great day for banking at First Bank of Owasso, Grant.
Yes, it is, Steve. Let's look in on the action.
Whoa, look who it is. It's Rambo, Owasso's favorite Ram. Look at the size of those hooves. He must have been working out with Coach Jordan Johnson in the locker room.
I can't believe it, Steve. Looks like he's here to make a transaction.
He's filling out the deposit slip. He's handing the cash to the teller.
What a stud, this Ram.
What a great day to be a Ram.
With expertise in firewall technologies, network design, server administration, and computer networking, Shepherd Technologies is the answer to your tech needs. For more information, request a quote today, whenchiphappens.com.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, don't trust your real estate needs to just any mom and pop company. At the Hopper Group, you get local market expertise with the backing of a worldwide network. Enjoy RE/MAX results with the Hopper Group.
Getting ready for second quarter action here as the Rams come out to an opening whistle as the referees come out and stop play. Grant, I didn't hear the indication as to who called the timeout, but that will be Owasso's first timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Grant, give us those first quarter numbers.
Yeah, so we've got, coming into the game rushing with the first quarter, we've got Owasso with 6 rushes for 13 yards. Mustang doing some pretty good groundwork with 10 rushes for 77 yards. Owasso, 8 passing plays, 6 for 8 on that with 159 yards. Big of that coming from that 80-yard touchdown reception. Mustang 3 for 8 in the passing game for 77 yards. Total offense pretty close here. Owasso with 172 yards and Mustang 154 yards.
2 penalties against each ball club here in the first quarter. 20 yards against Owasso and 11 against Mustang. So again, kind of like we talked about in our pregame, you're seeing a lot of the offensive firepower between both ball clubs.
Yeah, you're definitely starting to see some of that speed from Mustang, giving our secondary some difficulty, and but then again, seeing some Owasso with that explosive offense as well.
So the Ram defense comes back out onto the field as Russell takes the handoff. It's going to be a reverse. It's a flea flicker back to Russell. He throws the pass long downfield and just out of the outstretched arms of his intended receiver, Cody Chase, in coverage there along with Corbin Green.
And it looks like Josh Rose out deep on the reception. And really a well-thrown ball. He just I think he underplays the ball, and it just kind of sails over his head.
So all of that action just ends up being an incomplete pass, and we'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball at the Owasso 36-yard line. Russell in at quarterback. Now they're going to shift 5 offensive skilled players all around. Not sure what just happened. It looked like a Yahtzee cup coming out on the table. Russell fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right. He's under pressure, tries to flip it up, but he throws it out of bounds as there's a big man in your face when you do that. Chris McClellan, who's got offers from 36 Power 5 schools across the nation, which basically means he can go and play football wherever he wants.
Yeah, I think Tristan Russell, all I saw was big bear paws in his face.
Man.
Makes a smart play and just throws it out of line, out of bounds.
Chris McClellan making his presence known here. Brings up 3rd and 10. Russell looks to the sideline. He has one lone back. That'll be Jay Bedford. Bedford to his right. Twins to the left and the right. Back in the pocket is Russell. Flips it up over the middle, and it's caught there by his receiver, Keegan Bass. And that's going to be a big gain on the play to give Mustang a first down at the 15-yard line of Owasso. And Mustang is quick up to the line of scrimmage, ready to snap. They do. Fake the handoff, looking again across the middle, but Russell really just throws the ball into the ground trying to hit Josh Rose, but no opportunity there for Rose. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Mustang offense, really it moves fast. They're ready to run another play. Now Russell switches, guys just going everywhere. It's like minnows in a minnow bucket. Finally gets set. Single running back, handoff up the middle. A gain of about 5 on the play. That was actually Keegan Bass who had moved from wide receiver into the backfield on the handoff. Mustang just basically says, you better get set because we're going to snap the ball, as they are quickly up to the line again. 3rd and 5 on the play at the Ram 10-yard line. Russell hands off again to Bass. Gets behind his line over to the right side, and he is into the end zone for the Mustang touchdown. And Grant, that looked easy.
Well, that was a really good drive by Mustang. Your description was pretty good. Anybody online listening, there's 5 guys going in motion back and forth, and as a defense, to try to get lined up in time by the time they're snapping that, really difficult to try to pick an assignment out and try to stick to it.
Now the extra point pending. Snaps back, hold is down,
blocked.
Kick is up, it's blocked. Can't return that, but that could be big as the Rams keep that extra point off the board with 10:58 to go here in the second quarter. It's Owasso 14, Mustang 13. We'll take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Ram Football here on 100.1 KYFM.
There's barbecue, then there's barbecue. Trails Inn is the barbecue headquarters of the Owasso Rams. Owner and longtime Ram fan John Cash uses locally sourced ingredients, and their meats are cooked low and slow over pecan hardwood. Trails Inn Barbecue serves smoked blasted barbecue that is long on flavor and short on pretense. Trails Inn Barbecue is here for all your dine-in and catering needs. Trails Inn Barbecue, located at 8888 North Garnett Road in Owasso. Proud supporter of Owasso Athletics.
Meet Andrea, a member at TTCU Federal Credit Union.
Hi. As I've gotten older, I've become more intentional about my financial goals. Since I joined TTCU, I'm saving a lot more money, I'm paying off my car and building my emergency fund, and now I watch my credit score continually.
Join Andrea and become a member at TTCU Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. TTCU, life is better in balance.
We welcome you back to the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth here at Owasso Stadium, where Mustang had a 7-play, 61-yard drive. It only took 1:10 off the clock, but the extra point was blocked. Owasso leading by 1, 14-13, as the kickoff will go out of the end zone, so the Rams will come out and start 1st and 10. Grant, we've talked about how quickly Owasso can score, but we're seeing a little bit kind of looking in a mirror. Mustang can do the same thing, very talented on offense.
Yeah, absolutely. We've talked about the confusion they're creating for our defense and then stepping up. You're seeing the speed of Mustang early here. Just kind of, that was a big blow there on, was it 3rd down, and you're getting that big 3rd down conversion, and then they're just moving the ball around. You're right.
Well, and it was Bass on the reception, and then they moved him in to the backfield for 2 running plays. Now Rams going to try to run up the middle, and not much there on the right side. Derek Overstreet now in at running back, maybe got 3 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Rams as the ball spotted at the Owasso 23-yard line, and they will come out and move quickly up to the line. I think we had movement up front into the neutral zone. Let's see if that's offside this time against Mustang. That'll move the ball out to the Owasso 28-yard line and bring up a 2nd and manageable. And Grant, I know this is your favorite down. Take a shot.
Well, and you can see the corners bailing right here. They're kind of expecting something too.
Nobody deep, though, like we saw in film. Going to just run it up the middle. Overstreet able to get across the 30 and get the first down. So be 1st and 10. That'll be a State Farm agent Casey Miller first down for the Owasso Rams. Ball just across the 32-yard line, still in Owasso territory. Havens, single back, hands the ball off again. Over the right side, Overstreet gets about 3 or 4 on the play. Trying to go over that right side, the offensive line, trying to move some people out.
Well, then we'll see what happens here. We're starting to see a one safety look from Mustang. Looks like they're trying to put a few more guys in to help stop the run game, so we'll see what we can do here.
Bringing their safeties up too, Grant. Maybe room down the middle of the field. Twins to the left and the right. Havens in the pocket, throws it over the middle. He's got a crossing pattern. That's going to be Keelan Carney just inside the 40-yard line of Mustang. But also great blocking by Cole Adams. Not only catches, but he blocks for his teammates as well. That'll be a Casey Miller State Farm agent first down again for the Rams. Both these teams just kind of throwing punches at each other right now, and each defense looking for an answer to stop. Havens fakes the handoff. He's got pressure in his face, but he's able to hit the underneath receiver. That's going to be Neely. Steps out of bounds just outside the 30-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 1 for Owasso. Neely to the right of Havens in the backfield. Twins to the left. The give to Neely. He goes right up the middle. He's got room. Breaks into the secondary across the 20-yard line. Tackled at the 17-yard line. That'll be a Glover Auto family first down. So the Rams coming right back and moving the football on the ground.
Surprisingly, we're seeing the safeties move up, and the Rams still able to execute with the run game just kind of tight.
Handoff to Neely again, into the middle, runs into a crowd there, not much room. He may have gotten one if he indeed got back to the line of scrimmage.
I think we're pretty close to seeing a play action pass.
Yeah, because as you mentioned,
they're continuing to move more people in the box. That 3 safety look we talked about at breakfast did not.
Well, and you got Jeray Austin in single coverage way out to the left side. Havens in the pocket. Looks over the middle, got pressure in his face, throws it underneath. It's Carney again, tackled at the 10-yard line. He was hit at about the 12, but was able to kind of do that one-hand scoot down to the 10-yard line.
I mean, it almost looked like a wide receiver screen.
So it's going to be 3rd. They're actually going to mark it at the 11, so call it 3rd and 2. Now the Rams going big. Neely in the backfield. Havens trying to push up the middle, and boy, Grant, there was no movement there that time. Mustang stood strong, and I believe that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the Mustang pre-snap goes with a shift, and everybody pinches in and just absolutely stacks both A-gaps, and you're right, there was no movement.
So Coach Blankenship, Bill Blankenship for Owasso, decides to leave his offense out on the field. 4th and a short 2. Havens with the snap. Looking over the middle. He's got pressure. Throws it to the offside pylon, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Karsten Keene with the pick. And so the Rams miss an opportunity that time as Mustang comes up with the turnover.
Well, I did not catch a number, but at the top of the screen, the Broncos bring a linebacker off completely untouched, and Havens has to float one, kind of gives it a little too much air, looking for the back corner of the end zone. Just kind of hang up there just a little bit too long, and Mustang able to make a really good play on the ball.
So the Rams miss a scoring opportunity that time with 6:58 to go. Here before halftime, it's Owasso 14, Mustang 13. And Mustang, we didn't actually look at some of the scores they've had, but they've been in some shootouts this year.
When we talk about that defense they do where they move around and shift around, haven't seen as much of that tonight as we have offensively from them. But that'll either help you or really, really hurt you. And it seems like so far they've given up a lot of points, but able to score just as fast.
So with the interception in the end zone, it's going to be a throwback here to the near side, and it's caught by Chaz Bradley. He was left wide open, but finally tackled across the 35-yard line to the 37 of Mustang. That'll be a 1st and 10. And I tell you, they got some good play calls going right now. The Rams defense a little off balance.
Bradley running that wheel route out of the backfield. That's really hard to defend.
Mustang again, Bradley up the middle. And actually, it's the other running back. It'll be Bedford, and he dances around, and the Rams unable to corral him before he's across the Mustang 45-yard line, close to a 1st down. Cody Chase injured on the play as he's rolling down on the ground, and they're going to need to check on him. It appears to be a hand or elbow area, as the trainers will come out and check him out. While they do that, we'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Ram Football here on 100.1 KYFM.
St. Francis Health System has more than 100 locations across eastern Oklahoma, all united by one mission: to extend the presence and healing ministry of Christ in all we do. We are Oklahoma's largest and only locally owned and operated health system, dedicated to providing the most advanced, comprehensive health care and making a positive impact in the communities we serve. St. Francis Health System. Healthcare for life. Learn more at stfrancis.com.
On today's edition of Owasso Rams Trivia, the category is food. Now, for our first question, what are the 4 food groups?
Milk, meat, fruit, and bread.
That's correct.
Wait, everyone in Owasso knows that Charlie's chicken chunks are so good. They might as well be their own food group.
Judges, are the chicken chunks at Charlie's that good? That settles it. Go see for yourself at Charlie's Chicken on 76th Street, just east of Highway 169.
We welcome you back here to the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth as Cody Chase now brought to his feet. And Grant, I initially thought that was maybe a hand or an elbow, but he's not putting any weight on that right leg and being helped off the field. That'll be a great loss for this Ram defense as he's taken off. That'll bring in Jake Gillespie. Unfortunately, he's had a lot of experience. Russell going deep down the field over Jake Adams, and the pass is caught. Bass into the end zone. Adams unable to make the tackle. And Keegan Bass on the reception puts Mustang back out in front.
Well, then Bass is wide open on that. And the ball actually significantly underthrown. And somehow Bass is able to come back, but Adams wasn't able to get his head around and find and locate that ball. So he just kind of catches the ball and turns back around and walks back in the end zone.
So Mustang now, they'll make the decision to go for 2 points after that previous miss. Russell at quarterback. Gets the snap. Looks right. Throws it over his intended receiver. And the conversion is no good, but with 6 minutes to go here in this first half, Owasso now trailing by 5. It's Mustang 19, the Rams 14. You're listening to Ram Football here on your Owasso Sports Network.
Take my hand, don't let go. Look in my eyes and in my soul. Hold me close, hold me near. Please let go. I'm not going anywhere.
Welcome back to Owasso, where Mustang unable to get that 2-point conversion. They now lead the Rams 19-14 with 6 minutes to go here before halftime. And Grant, they made it look easy in 58 seconds, covering 80 yards.
Well, we talked about it during the break. We're just seeing a lot more energy coming from the Mustang players than I am from Owasso right now. They just seem to have a little bit more hunger.
That kickoff out of the end zone, so the Rams will come out and take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And certainly now you're to the point you want to see a response by this Owasso Ram offense.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how we adjust right here if Mustang comes back out with more of that one safety look and kind of see what we do to open up the playbook a little bit.
Rams with 2 touchdowns in that first quarter, nothing to show here in this second quarter as Havens back out on the field. Hands off to the left to Overstreet, and he's going to be stacked up there. May have just gotten back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 2nd and, well, they're going to give him a yard graciously as clock rolling at 5:40 to go here in the second quarter. 2nd and 9 on the play for the Rams. Overstreet in the backfield to the right of Havens. Havens with the snap, looking to his right. He's under pressure. He's going to be sacked. No, he's able to throw it down in the turf. They're going to say incomplete pass. He wasn't out of the pocket, and coaches on the far side are losing their minds. Man, I got to tell you, I think we might have gotten by with one.
Yeah, Derek Overstreet's right there. And I mean, he does throw it a little short as he gets hit, but it's a 4-yard short pass, and he's in the area.
Now the Rams looking at a 3rd and 9. Can ill afford to go 3 and out on this series. Havens gets the call from the sideline.
Mustang dropping safeties back now.
Overthrows his intended receiver. It's picked off and returned for a touchdown. The pick by Karsten Keene. And just like that, things are rolling in the Broncos' favor.
And Havens just trying to make something happen. And like you said, just absolutely overthrew his intended receiver. And Mustang able to pick that off, and really was nothing but green in front of him on the short field. Absolutely not what you wanted to see there if you're an Owasso Ram fan.
So the extra point attempt pending. Brody Massey with the kick. It's up, and it's good. And off the pick 6 with 5:05 to go here before halftime. Mustangs surprising the Owasso Rams 26-14. You're listening to Ram Football here on your Owasso Sports Network.
I need $100 in 10s and 20s, please.
And/or cars. Anybody? Is the microphone on?
Welcome back to Owasso, where Mustang, with a surprise here in this first half, lead Owasso 26-14, and there's a kick out of the end zone. It was Karsten Keene with a 31-yard interception returned for a touchdown, and the point after attempt no good. And right now the Rams find themselves in a hole. trailing Mustang here at home.
Well, and I was just thinking about moments like this are where you really can make or break your future as playoff potential starts to rise. Seeing how the Rams can respond, being down like this in a game you weren't really expecting to ever be down, and showing some poise here in adversity, and it can be really encouraging as we move forward. So we'll see how the Rams respond.
Well, if they can come out and get a score here before going in at halftime, they'll be fine. They're fine anyway. Empty backfield, trips to the right. Havens quickly out to the right. Cole Adams, the playmaker, gets some blocking up front, and he's going to be thrown out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Clock continues to roll as he's pushed out of bounds. Under 5 minutes to go now. It'll be second and 4 on the play. Havens with the snap, handoff up the middle. It's Overstreet. He finds some room up the middle, across the 30, across the 35, and he's finally brought down at the Owasso 38-yard line. That'll be good enough for a State Farm agent, Casey Miller, first down. Just get some rhythm going here, and they'll be fine. Havens trying to get Mustang to jump offside. They do not. He looks to the sideline now, gets the play. Overstreet to his left. He hands the ball to Overstreet up the middle, but he's caught this time for a short gain. Maybe got 2 on the play up to the Owasso 39-yard line. So it'll bring up 2nd and 8. Clock continues to roll now, under 4 minutes here in the second quarter. 26-14, Mustang over Owasso. Again, Havens with the hard cadence, but no movement up front. 3-man line. Bringing the safeties up tighter as well behind the linebackers. And as Grant has mentioned multiple times, corners fading off. Handoff up the middle to Overstreet, looking for some push, and then it's stopped. He's across the 40-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd and 6 on the play.
Well, I just have to believe the Rams are really setting up some stuff offensively, because we're getting a few yards every time, but really seeing some adjustments by Mustang stopping the run game between the tackles. Not that the Rams aren't having success, but we keep kind of forcing that issue, so we'll see what we're doing.
Getting some initial movement, and then it stopped. Havens with the snap. Neely stays back to block. Havens throws downfield, finds Cole Adams. That's going to be close to a Ram first down. It's going to be shy, I believe, at the Owasso 46-yard line. They needed to get to the 47-yard line. Grant, this is a huge call right now. Well, now we're going to see the Rams go big on offense as Chris McClellan and Michael Jamerson come in. Emery Neely in the backfield. Havens goes under center. Gets the snap, hands to Neely. A lot of room on the right side. Neely across midfield into Mustang territory, down to the 48-yard line. Maybe just keep those guys in there for a little bit.
Some really tough coaching there, going, hey, follow number 2, Chris McClellan. I'll take that bet.
He can move people.
I'll follow him too. Where are we going?
So a Glover Auto family first down. Havens with the snap, looking downfield, got good protection. He's got a receiver. It's Cole Adams, and it's off his chest. Boy, you don't see that very often. He had some interference, not physically, but in his vision by Jacoby Johnson in defense that time, but that just went through the hands of Adams. But again, that was not going to be an easy catch anyway.
Yeah, Jacoby Johnson just does just enough, I think, to get in the vision and disturb the timing, and I think he was expecting Jacoby. I thought Cole might have had to be a defender there for a second. Didn't think the ball would get through.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now the safety's a bit deeper this time. Corners up tight. Cole trying to get off the line, can't do it. Throw is picked off again, right into the hands of the defender. And it's going to be Karsten Keene again, and we can't get him tackled. And finally, one of the big linemen come up and make the tackle. That's going to be Ryan Case. But my goodness, Grant, that hit him right in the chest.
Well, I saw Mustang doing what we've seen all night, is bailing off the safety. And so Havens thinks he's got an underneath route, but the corner is just slowly creeping under, and Havens never saw him just sitting underneath that route. Really a pretty good job by Mustang disguising, dropping two guys on the sideline into coverage.
So Mustang will take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line with 2:03 to go here before halftime. I want to thank our second quarter sponsor, Duralast Roofing Specialists. Get total protection that's guaranteed, built to last with Zach Harbaugh and Duralast Roofing Specialists, Owasso's roofing experts. Request a quote today at 918-906-7800. And now we're going to have a Duralast Roofing Specialist timeout as well. So 1 minute 50 something to go because we called a timeout and the clock continues to roll. We'll take a 1 minute timeout here on your Owasso Sports Network.
Wholesale Computer Supply, your locally owned and operated computer superstore. We have everything you need for back-to-school computing or working from home. Save up to $100 on laptops and desktop computers now. Want to be 25% more productive while working from home? We have a solution with a dual monitor setup for under $150. 3 locations to serve you better: East Tulsa, Midtown, and Owasso at 96th Street North and Garnett. Wholesale Computer Supply, where we'll do all we can.
We welcome you back to the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth. Mustang on the offensive at their own 44-yard line. Russell hands off up the middle to Bass. He gets across midfield into Ram territory at the 48-yard line. So Keegan Bass has come in and been a very effective weapon for Mustang in the backfield.
Yeah, Rams just really having a tough time tackling right now as well.
They'll spot the ball at the Ram 49-yard line. Be sure and stay tuned for the Hopper Group halftime show coming up here in a minute 27. Another handoff over the left side. It's going to be enough for a first down. Price Burgess in at running back.
It's a great stick by Jake Clifton, but still able to fall forward for another 2 or 3 yards.
Be a first down for Mustang at the Owasso 44-yard line. Owasso Athletic Director Zach Duffield will join here at halftime, and then we'll look over some of the numbers of this first half. Russell, high snap, but he's able to bring it down and hand the ball off to Burgess once again. Just kind of danced behind his offensive line on the right side, and gain of 4 on the play. Spot it right at the Owasso 40-yard line. Clock continues to roll, 35, 34. Now substitution coming out on the field for Mustang. Interesting here by Mustang, taking a lot of time off the clock. 20 seconds. They're just letting it run down. 6 seconds. You got to think they're going to take a timeout as the play clock is run down. And that's exactly what they do. So it'll be a Duralast Roofing Specialist timeout. We'll take a 1 minute timeout as well. You're listening to Ram Football here on 100.1 KYFM.
There are currently 2 million American spouses and children whose family member was killed or disabled in defense of our country, which is why I founded the Folds of Honor, providing educational scholarships to the families of 1% of the Americans who protect our freedom.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor. Please join our squadron today. Your $13 a month speaks volumes and changes lives forever.
hailstorm that damaged our roof. We chose a roofer that, based on the owners from Owasso, the business is based in Owasso, so we're always trying to keep it local. And so we just want to say thank you. We know a lot of you guys are doing the same thing to help support us. When it comes time to service your vehicle, if something breaks or just to do the maintenance, we would appreciate your consideration. We just want to say thank you. We love being a part of Owasso.
Welcome back to Owasso, where Lee Blankenship elected to let the clock run down to 8 seconds. Interesting strategy, but Mustang does lead 26-14. So time for one play left here in this first quarter. They're going to look long. Russell looking long over the middle, and it's picked off. Oh, from Jake Clifton into the hands of another Ram defender. Ball's all over the place right now. Brandon Ramsey with the pick, and that's going to take us to halftime. Not sure we're going to get Coach Blankenship here. We'll see if they decide to talk to him. And we're going to have just a moment. We'll go down to the field to Coach Blankenship. Coach, your assessment here of this first half.
Well, I'd say we haven't done very well on offense. We've hit some big plays, and then our self-inflicted wounds have gotten us. We've got to get in and settle down a little bit and get back to doing what we do.
Have you seen anything Mustang do that has surprised you on defense?
Well, I think they're playing harder than we want them to. So that's my sarcastic answer. They're playing really hard. I thought we probably came easy to us early. They're what we thought they were on offense, their offense, and we just got to do a better job of executing our protections and getting the ball to the guys that are open.
All right, Coach, we'll let you rejoin your team. Thank you. Coach Blankenship there at halftime. Obviously some frustration, Grant. You could hear it as we've got some up here ourselves. You've seen some things that you don't normally see from the Owasso Rams, so certainly some adjustments that need to be made here at halftime.
Yeah, like you said, his sarcastic answer, Mustang's playing a lot harder than we want them to, and we're noticing that up here, just kind of the exact defense we thought we might see from them, but as far as just effort and man-to-man, they're just trying to, they're just firing off the ball hard and just giving us all kinds of issues.
So the Rams will go in at halftime, trailing 26-14, unfamiliar territory, try to make some adjustments and come back out here in this second half and see if they can't make this more like Owasso Ram football. You're listening to Ram football right here on your Owasso Sports Network.
State Farm Insurance and agent Casey Miller are proud to support the Owasso Rams in their pursuit of excellence, both on and off the field. For surprisingly great rates on auto, home, life, or even pet insurance, visit State Farm agent Casey Miller in the Waterford Suites between Home Depot and Walgreens in Owasso. Go Rams! Molly Jordan, a Keller Williams Premier agent in Owasso, is not only a huge fan of Owasso athletics, Molly is also a huge supporter of everything Owasso. Molly has been selling homes and properties in Owasso for a long time and understands this market. Call Molly Jordan. Find her on Facebook. Call her at 918-520-6015 today. Go Rams. Let's have a winning season in Owasso and call Molly Jordan. Jeff and Shelley Waters of Waterstone Cleaners in Owasso and Tulsa are proud supporters of Owasso athletics. Waterstone Cleaners has served this area since 2006, and they love all things Owasso. They offer dry cleaning and full laundry service at Waterstone Cleaners. Stop by the Owasso location at the corner of 96th and Garnett in Owasso. Go Rams! Score a touchdown with Owasso Computer Repair. Whether you need computer repair, upgrades, or general cleanup, Owasso Computer Repair can assist you with all your needs. For more information, visit owassocomputerrepair.com. Go Rams!
Whether you're buying or selling a home, don't trust your real estate needs to just any mom and pop company. At the Hopper Group, you get local market expertise with the backing of a worldwide network. Enjoy RE/MAX results with the Hopper Group.
Welcome back to the Hopper Group halftime show, where we're in the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth for our weekly chat with Owasso Athletic Director Zach Duffield, brought to you by Trails Inn Barbecue. And Coach Duffield, what a week it has been for Owasso Athletics.
No question, Steve. I always enjoy a little time with you and Grant and Jared, so thanks for having me up. But, wow, what a fun week. You know, folks thought we were on fall break, and there was really no break for the Rams. You know, the past Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, our softball team was at Oklahoma City at Hall of Fame Stadium competing in the state championship tournament, and got to the finals. Ran into a really good sophomore team who won their back-to-back state championships. But, you know, Coach Eicher and his staff took a group of young kids that nobody expected really to make a lot of noise this year, and had an incredible record, and goes to the finals. And, you know, the future is so bright. But I tell you, that staff, along with a lot of other staffs, do such a good job with young kids, and really work with them on becoming not just good athletes, but good people. And I think that's probably one thing we hang our hat on, is we really want our kids to leave our programs, you know, and with the tools to be good citizens, to be good moms and dads, and good husbands and wives some days, and good employees. And I tell you, Coach Eicher and his crew, they exemplify that, and they do such a great job. So proud of their efforts, you know, down there at Oklahoma City this past weekend.
You know, you talk about the expectations of this softball team, and I, for one, did not see them making it to the championship. But I think I read, too, where Coach Eicher has 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores on his ball club. So a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, 3 or 4 starters that are freshmen, and a couple sophomores. So the future is really bright, you know. And same is to be said for the volleyball team. You know, they made the state tournament, a huge accomplishment this year with a relatively young team. Had a few seniors, but were really underclassmen driven, and they went over and played the number 1 seed, Bishop Kelly, to a 5-set match. And, you know, you go to 15 and we get beat 23-21. You have to win by 2, just back and forth. I mean, you talk about somebody, you hear the cliche, you know, leave it all on the field. Well, I'm telling you what, that group of kids, they left it all on the court. They played so hard. You know, Coach Megan Kinnett, you know, we had a surprise. She had her son showed up about 3 weeks early, so she had him, and Nathan DeStandre stepped in, Morgan Brewer and Emma Neighbors, they all stepped in and really picked up the slack, because Coach Kinnett was not able to, you know, to help with the coaching duties, and stepped in and did a great job. Really proud of them. I know it was a unique situation, one that, you know, doesn't happen very often, but the little guy decided to come a little early and threw us a curveball, and I feel like that staff really did an incredible job of coming together and doing everything they could for those kids and giving them every opportunity to be successful, and they were. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to go to battle with a different group. They played so hard. They were so much fun to watch on Monday over at Catoosa, but really proud of them and their accomplishments as well.
And you also have some things going with Owasso Cross Country, going on into the winter sports as well.
Absolutely. Cross country regionals are this weekend, actually tomorrow, out at Mohawk Park, and then the state cross country meet is next Saturday down in Oklahoma City. You know, again, the defending state champions on the girls' side. The boys have really ran well this year, so you know, cross country is a unique deal. I mean, you line them all up and shoot the gun, and 15 minutes later you just kind of see what happens. And that group, I tell you, if they can just get the right things to happen and run well, and catch the people in front of them, you know, the coaching points in cross country are unique. People think you just get up and just go run. And you sit and listen to Blake Collins and Steve Parker and Kendall Standridge talk about, no, the mentality is you got to go beat the person that's at your position from the other school and go get them. And the last 100 meters, go catch as many as you can. there's really a lot of strategy to it that folks don't think, and you just fire the gun and run as hard as you can. There's a lot of strategy that goes into it. Again, you talk about another coaching staff that does a remarkable job with young people. Really proud of our staff, top to bottom. It's really fun to get to come on here with you guys and talk a little more about them, though, and tell folks. I mean, a lot of folks probably haven't been to a cross-country meet. They are getting the same coaching, the same pouring into them as our football team, as our basketball team, as our softball and volleyball team. So really proud of our staff, top to bottom, with the job that they do.
We're with Owasso Athletic Director Zach Duffield here at halftime, presented by Trails Inn Barbecue. Coach, for people that might be unaware of the playoff process for Class 6A football, take us through that and what needs to happen for the Rams to host a game here at Owasso Stadium in the playoffs, this being our last home game,
right.
Senior night, and other activities going on.
So basically, we win tonight. We finish this thing off tonight. We'll host a game, no matter what happens the next 2 weeks that we're on the road to finish out the regular season. I know Coach Blankenship doesn't want to hear that. We want to take care of business tonight and next week at Moore on Thursday, and then the following Friday at Putnam City. That will put us hosting a game that second week of November, be the first round of the playoffs here at Owasso Stadium. So once that is confirmed, we'll get ticket information out to our folks and make sure they are aware of what they need to do to be here and fill the stadium and make it a really special occasion, just like all of our home games are. And then you play the next game, which would be the semifinals at a neutral site. And if you're able to win that, then you get a week off. Thanksgiving week you take off, and then play the championship that first weekend in December. So, that's something we kind of have been accustomed to around here. We're going to get to the semis every year, and, we've won it every other year. So that's a good thing.
This is our year.
That's a good problem. So, yeah, if you go by the numbers, it's our year. So I know that Coach Blankenship is really excited about this team, and as you see tonight, they're playing really well, and just continue to get better. I think that's the thing I've seen about this team. Very talented, but the farther they go, each week they become more of a team, and they start doing things that we thought they could do, but they hadn't done yet. And it's really fun to watch the maturity, the growth that they're out there doing. They're a pretty scary bunch.
Zach, talk a little bit about you and your office, the people that are in there. They don't always get their names mentioned as often as they should. What it takes to prepare for a senior night and some of the activities that go on game night.
Absolutely. Melissa Zumwalt, Assistant Athletic Director, this is her second year. We joked that the first year didn't really count because it was during a pandemic and we had limited capacity, but she's remarkable. She does a great job, really good for me to have there in the office, and what her strengths are not mine, so we complement each other really well. And then you have Lori Snodgrass and Courtney Jamison. I'm telling you what, they run the office. They keep things going, from ticket sales to phone calls to people coming in the office, the unsung heroes, I assure you, of the athletic department. Senior night is just another event that we really take a lot of pride in. I think folks don't know, we start working on a home game probably 2 weeks in advance. You start, okay, what do we have lined up that night? Have we contacted the fire department to do their honor guard, which is a big part of what we do? What kind of promotions do we have, or like tonight, senior night? What does that look like? Well, we have a map, and we have everybody a place where they go to make sure we can get them and their parents on the video board and on the live stream and take care of them and do it really, do it special, do it something that they're going to look back on in years to come and think, man, this is really neat. So, it's a 2-week process, and obviously as you get closer to game day, you're double checking and triple checking everything. You're making sure people are where they're supposed to be and doing what they need to be doing. And then, when it's over, it's kind of one of those big senses of accomplishment. When the kickoff happens, it's almost like relief because a lot of our stuff is in the pregame and halftime. So once the game's going, the referees are really in charge. We're just making sure that the clock is set like it's supposed to and it's running like it's supposed to. And, we have communication with the press box through our radio system and everything else, security, all the things that go into it. But we couldn't do what we do without the people that we have. And I think that's, in today's world, a lot of times we don't really understand or value the people that are around us, but there's no one person that's bigger than Owasso Athletics, I promise you. It takes the whole team to make it happen. And we have a saying up there, we want to be like a good referee. And for you sports people out there, a good referee is somebody that when the game's over, you kind of look and go, I didn't even hardly know they were there.
Right.
So if Friday night goes off without a hitch and we kick off at 7:30 and we recognize a whole bunch of kids and make it a really special occasion, and nobody knows who Zach Duffield or Melissa Zumwald or anybody else is, we won. We did a really good thing, and that's what we strive to do every Friday night.
A little bit extra this weekend as well, as it'll be the Owasso Hall of Fame induction ceremony. 2 classes going in tonight and tomorrow night for the new inductees.
Absolutely. Well, always really enjoy our Hall of Fame night. When Steve Parker, who runs our Hall of Fame committee, said, hey, we want to do it on the last home game, I kind of panicked because usually band is here and they're doing their senior night at halftime. We're doing all of our football players and trainers and managers and pom and cheer but in pregame. Well, you know, our band is on the road in Indianapolis, and obviously wish them the best of luck up there. Our atmosphere is not the same without them here. They really set the tone for a Friday night. So, but really love our relationship with Chris Harris and Sean O'Kelly and the whole crew, and you know, Chris Barber, Director of Fine Arts. They are amazing to work with, and we always work in unison and try to make it better and try to make it special. But these Hall of Fame folks, I tell you, it is so special to have them come back and see what Owasso has grown into from what it used to be before they were here. You know, last year with COVID, we didn't have a ceremony. We introduced some at the game, but we didn't have a banquet. So we're introducing this year's class tonight here at halftime, and then tomorrow night we're actually going to have a banquet and recognize both classes, last year's and this year. So a lot of former Owasso Rams coming back. The stories are unbelievable. I've already heard, and I know tomorrow night will be really special and be a lot of fun to listen there too. But you know, just have that sense of pride, that small town feel that comes back with our former student athletes. They make it special. There's no question about it.
Coach, you do a great job. I know you're busy, but we always appreciate you taking the time to come up here and visit with us.
Hey, thanks for all that you guys do. Always enjoy our time together. So thank you, Steve.
That's Owasso Athletic Director Zach Duffield, brought to you by Trails Inn Barbecue. When we come back, we'll look at the first half stats from tonight's game, as we'll take a look at scores from around the state of Oklahoma. That's coming up on the other side of this break. You're listening to the Hopper Group Halftime Show on 100.1 KYFM.
There's barbecue, then there's barbecue. Trails Inn is the barbecue headquarters of the Owasso Rams. Owner and longtime Ram fan John Cash uses locally sourced ingredients, and their meats are cooked low and slow over pecan hardwood. Trails Inn Barbecue serves smoked blasted barbecue that is long on flavor and short on pretense. Trails Inn Barbecue is here for all your dine-in and catering needs. Trails Inn Barbecue, located at 8888 North Garnett Road in Owasso, proud supporter of Owasso Athletics.
Fun money. Everybody loves spending it. What would you do if TTCU gave you $200? Well, start thinking, because now you can earn a $200 bonus just for opening a new TTCU checking account with direct deposit with approved credit. Some restrictions apply. Offer ends 10/31/21. Annual percentage yield for dividend-bearing accounts is 0.15% as of 6/15/21. Federally insured by NCUA. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Wherever you are in eastern Oklahoma, you're never far from a Warren Clinic location. As part of St. Francis Health System, the area's largest healthcare network, Warren Clinic has more than 90 locations in the area, providing comprehensive health care for adults and children. From primary and specialty care to urgent care and physician video visits, Warren Clinic and St. Francis are here to keep you and your whole family healthy. To connect with the care you need, call 918-488-6688 or visit stfrancis.com.
On today's edition of Owasso Rams Trivia, the category is food. Now, for our first question, what are the 4 food groups?
Milk, meat, fruit, and bread.
That's correct.
Wait, everyone in Owasso knows that Charlie's chicken chunks are so good. They might as well be their own food group.
Judges, are the chicken chunks at Charlie's that good? That settles it. Go see for yourself at Charlie's Chicken on 76th Street, just east of Highway 169.
At Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe, our goal is to serve you a fresh, healthy, homemade meal at an affordable price every time. We make over 100 menu items from scratch each day, nothing frozen, nothing from a box, and we don't fry anything. Our menu is full of healthy options including vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free. Dine in, pick up, or experience our full-service catering delivered to your home, office, or event. Taziki's is locally owned and operated. Come see us.
Hey, this is Paul Smith, former TU and NFL quarterback, for my good friends at Waldo's Chicken and Beer at 71st and Yale by Taziki's. It's the home of southern fried and fire roasted chicken. Enjoy your chicken on the bone, on the bun, in a basket, or in a bowl. Toss in several scratch-made sides, including 3-cheese, mac and cheese, and collard greens, homemade sauces, and you found yourself a new favorite chicken spot. Locally owned and operated.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth. Grant, I told some people on the way back up here, please vote for an elevator on the next bond election. I'm not sure how many of those that I've got left. A quick rush down and a rush back.
Well, it is. It's got to be a long jot down there for the Hall of Fame induction halftime announcement as you enter the new class. That's got to be difficult, but no, we feel you.
Yeah, it's long, so I'm going to let you read these numbers to us from the first half.
Let's look at some numbers here from the first half. So obviously we have a score of 26-14, Owasso down to Mustang. Looking at first downs here in the first half, Owasso with 9 first downs, Mustang with 10. Owasso with 17 rushes for 62 yards. Mustang 16 rushes for 118 yards. Passing yardage, we got total rushing here for Owasso here. Let me do this. So let's look at some passes here for Owasso. Owasso's 11 for 17 compared to Mustang 6 for 16 in the passing game. What's interesting here about the Owasso passing game is in the last 6 passes, Owasso has thrown 3 interceptions. So a big number sticking out at us there. Total offense for Owasso is 34 plays for 269 yards, 32 plays for Mustang for 286 yards, really close there. And then looking at time of possession as well, Owasso has 14 minutes and 13 seconds compared to Mustang's 9 minutes and 47 seconds. So far looking good, but then we get into third down conversions. Owasso 0 for 5 in third down conversions.
Wow.
And Mustang 1 for 3, but to be honest with you, they've moved the ball a lot better than us tonight and haven't been in many third down situations. Kind of bringing us to some individual stats here. Overstreet has 9 rushing attempts for 31 yards. Emerson Neely has 3 rushing attempts for 19 yards. Austin has 1 rushing attempt for 7 yards. Willingham 1 rush for 1 yard. In the passing game, Havens is 11 for 16 for 207 yards and 1 touchdown. But again, we do note the 3 interceptions off the last 6 passing plays, which has really made a big difference here in the last kind of few minutes of the first half. In the receiving game for Owasso, we've got Austin with 3 receptions for 96 yards and a touchdown. Carney with 3 receptions for 50 yards. And then Cole Adams with 2 receptions for 42 yards. Kind of looking over to Mustang, we've got Bradley with 6 rushing attempts for 46 yards. Bass, 3 rushing attempts for 22 yards and a touchdown. Russell with 3 rushes and 6 yards. And then Bedford, 2 rushes, 35 yards. In the passing game for Mustang, we've got Russell with 6 passing attempts, 6 out of 16 for 168 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then in the receiving game, Bass, here's a big number, 4 receptions, 106 yards and a touchdown. And then Johnson, 1 reception for 45 yards and a touchdown. So some big differences there in the stats.
So Grant, your assessment here of the first half as we go into the second half, I'll pose to you the question that I ask most coaches going in. What do you tell your team when you go into the locker room, you come out in a district game that you expect to be in control of, you've had this high-powered offense that you've scored almost 50 points a game with only 14 on the board. What do you tell your ball club?
Yeah, I think it's just hey, look, guys, let's not hang our heads. We're Owasso Rams. We've been here before. We're explosive and we know it. Kind of like Coach, you can't say this in the locker room, but Mustang has played so much harder than we are, and I think it's more of an encouraging halftime talk going, hey, you guys are doing well. We need to fire off a little harder. And honestly, we talked about starting fast as keys of the game, and really weren't expecting Mustang to fire off as hard as they did. They kind of did the start fast in our keys of the game. And so kind of Owasso took a little bit of a slap there, if you will.
Yeah.
And then now you got to go, okay, boys, let's settle back in. As Coach Blankenship said right there before halftime, hey, settle down. We've got plenty of time. Let's go execute. Everybody do your job, and you control what you can control on each side of the ball, and let's go make some plays.
I mean, you look at the scoreboard, the Rams down 26-14. You're one play away.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I think in the second half, looking at this, you've got to have a playmaker. Who's it going to be? Who's going to step up, make the play that gets the crowd back in it, your sideline energized, and get you flowing for the second half.
That concludes our Hopper Group halftime show as we get ready for third quarter action, sponsored by State Farm agent Robert Long. Mustang with the high, long kickoff, able to get it out of the end zone. Not really much breeze here as we look at the American flag in the southeast end zone. So the Rams will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line and try to get something going here in the early parts of this quarter. And I think, you hear this all the time, Grant, but you hate to say, this is an important offensive series where the game is in the balance right now for the Rams.
Well, in previous weeks, we've seen that coming out in the second half. And big play going, hey, you know what? That's what set the tone for the rest of the game. So you're right. Huge drive coming out for Owasso.
Senior night looking for that senior leadership. Austin Havens in the back as he hands the motion man coming across, trying to get around the edge. Can't quite get there. That's Ronnie Thomas Jr. Gain of about 4 on the play as he's pushed out at the Owasso 25-yard line. So call it 2nd and 5.
When you call out Ronnie's number and name right there, and I started thinking, I hadn't heard a whole lot of that in the first half, but really he's a big difference maker in some of the previous weeks.
So 2nd and 6 as the ball back at the 24-yard line. Havens with the snap, looking quick to the right, fakes the throw, looking downfield and finds Jeray Austin. He tried to go to him early, but then Austin went on down into the seam. They can't really get him tackled down. They're just going to call it dead. But that's going to be a State Farm agent. Casey Miller first down as that'll move the chains to the Owasso 37-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10. But good patience that time by Havens, and he's got to be careful having thrown 3 interceptions, all of those coming in the second quarter. Havens hands the ball off right up the middle, and just not much room there. Maybe a gain of 3 on the play. Derek Overstreet on the carry.
And really, in the first half, Mustang all night long between the two tackles defensively has not given up a whole lot of yardage.
They're running a 3-man front, but they're really moving their linebackers around for gap control and also sneaking safeties up. They play 3 safeties deep, but they like to bring one up as this one's going to be thrown out to Overstreet on the left side. Gets through one tackler, but not the second one as he's going to be downed after a gain of 3 at the Ram 42-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. And I think we've seen too, Grant, we've seen good tackling from Mustang defense, not up to par what we're used to from Owasso in the game. So 3rd and 5. Havens with Overstreet to his right, fakes the throw to the right, tries to get up the middle and got tripped up at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be down at the 44-yard line, and we're going to have a late flag. I saw the referee run into the offensive line area very quickly, and 2 flags came out. I'm not sure who this is going to go against, but I believe it might be against Owasso, and any intention of going for it on 4th down is out the window now. So an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rams, and that'll back Owasso up back to their 28-yard line. Grant, that's a big penalty.
That's exactly what we did not need to start this drive as we talk about the importance of the, and we were moving the ball great, just kind of keeping that poise 3-4 yards here and there, and as we call it, shooting yourself in the foot.
So with Cody Chase out of the game, Jake Adams will come in punt formation. He'll line up at the Ram 14-yard line, gets the snap, rolls to the right a little bit, and then Rugby kicks it. Gets a good, well, it looked like it was going to be a good roll, and then it was kicked by Jake Clifton into Mustang territory. So, Grant, essentially from where you were at the original line of scrimmage, you're going to get about 8 yards.
Well, yeah, that's tough. Like you said, Cody Chase being out with injury, those are those in high school, the depth at punter's not quite what it is at other levels, and that's a Rugby-style kick that did not get the roll we were hoping for.
So 9:55 to go here in the third quarter. Brought to you by State Farm agent Robert Long. Get surprisingly great rates when you bundle home and auto insurance with State Farm agent Robert Long, located on 86th Street North next to Coney Islander here in Owasso. And Mustang will have good starting field position in Ram territory at the Owasso 48-yard line. Handoff up the middle and then breaking to the outside. That's Karsten Keene. He has been a playmaker. Excuse me, it was Jacoby Johnson that time.
Well, Mustang going with their two receivers out wide, kind of pulling some defenders out and really just stacking the line and a little bit of wing backs for some blocking.
Single back behind Russell. They fake the handoff. Russell rolls out to his right. He's being pursued there. Lofts it up downfield. He's got an open receiver again inside the 15. 5. It's a touchdown. Mustang. Jacoby Johnson with the catch, and that's a 42-yard touchdown pass for Mustang.
Well, and everything we just talked about, we kind of just did the opposite. A quick punt from Owasso, a bad punt. Mustang takes over right at midfield and comes back down with a couple of play drive, just crams it right down Owasso. I would consider that just about worst case for coming out in the second half to set the tone.
So they'll line up for the extra point. The kick is good. With 9:38 to go here in the third quarter, it's Mustang 32, Owasso 14. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and come back. You're listening to Ram Football here on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jason Griffin.
And I'm Dr. Caleb Nunley.
And we at Tulsa Bone and Joint are happy to be the team physicians for the
Owasso Rams.
I'm Dexter Millsap.
And I'm Zach McGinty, and we are the athletic trainers for the Owasso Rams.
Here's some of the services that we provide in the Tulsa Bone and Joint Athletic Training Facility.
Guard made that dream come true.
I was worried about taking on student loans. The Oklahoma Army National Guard paid for my college.
I didn't think I would have time for school. But serving part-time right in my community, it's no problem.
I finished my degree last year. The Oklahoma Army National Guard reimbursed my tuition 100%.
Find out what the Oklahoma Army National Guard can do for you.
Mustang on the kickoff after scoring that touchdown. 2 plays covered 48 yards in 17 seconds, and the Rams find themselves in a bit of a hole here later in the game than we're used to as they trail 33-14. As that ball's kicked out of the end zone, the Rams will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So try to get something going here. Havens in at quarterback, throws out to his left, and he gets intercepted again. That ball picked by Karsten Keene. That's his 3rd interception of the night.
I think we're being checked by our stat guy, Rob Williams. I think he's got all 4 interceptions in this game. Havens was hit as he throws, but still, Keene right where he needs to be, as he has been all night.
I mean, he's almost playing zone and just sitting out there. And so far, each interception has been relatively easy.
Well, and that comes back all the way down inside Ram territory to the 19-yard line. And here we are again thinking we need to go score.
And running the defense back out on the field. So Mustang lines up quickly as the Ram defense coming out. They're not really set. Now they get in position. Russell at quarterback. Turns and hands off to Bass. Bass up the middle. Got room across the 15. Across the 10. Inside the 10. Finally brought down after a first down. And Bass, who is not what you would consider large in size, 5'10", 170, and the Rams having a hard time bringing him down. Mustang's going to line right up. First and goal. Hand off to Bass again off the right side, and he's going to be stopped there before he gets to the 5-yard line.
Bass on the carry. Second down.
Gain of 1 on the play. That'll be second and goal from the 6. And Grant, you mentioned worst case scenario, and then it got worse.
I know, I'm going to have to stop talking.
So the Rams looking for a stop of some sort here. Already trail 33-14. Now Mustang's going to go more of a jumbo formation. They bring in big number 77. 46 is the lead blocker. Russell's just going to run off the right side, and he's going to be close. Stopped short of the goal line. So it'll be third and goal at the Ram 1-yard line. And they're going to just line up quick and run it quick again, you got to think. Russell behind center. Takes the snap into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustang.
Mustang literally putting 10 people in the box there and just fire off, and all you need is a couple of feet. And just like that, it's 39-14. I don't know if it's good or bad. There's a lot of time left in the game.
Yeah, but we keep throwing interceptions. That's not going to help the cause. On for the extra point. And we're going to have a flag. Too many men on the field. What, we have 12? The referee is counting. Yeah. So 12 men on the field. The Rams will run one off. In for the extra point is Brody Massey. And the referees are going to confer once again. I think it's going to be enforced on the kickoff and not here on the extra point. So the penalties decline, and they'll go ahead and kick from the 3-yard line. Now we'll get ready for the extra point. Massey gets lined up, waits for the snap, the kick, and it's good. So with 8:03 to go here in the third quarter, it's Mustang 40, Owasso 14. We'll come back for more football action here on your Owasso Sports Network. It's a great day for banking at First Bank of Owasso, Grant.
Yes, it is, Steve. Let's look in on the action.
Whoa, look who it is. It's Rambo, Owasso's favorite Ram. Look at the size of those hooves. He must have been working out with Coach Jordan Johnson in the locker room.
I can't believe it, Steve. Looks like he's here to make a transaction.
He's filling out the deposit slip. He's handing the cash to the teller.
What a stud, this Ram.
What a great day to be a Ram. Shocker here tonight at Owasso Stadium. Full moon out in the distance, and it's gotten spooky here as the Rams trail 40-14 here in the third quarter. And Grant, really, this just doesn't look like the Owasso Ram football team that we're used to seeing.
Well, one thing I would have said coming out of halftime is we really need to generate a turnover to get things moving for Owasso, and I would change that into eliminate turning the ball over.
Mustang teeing it up to kick off from their own 40-yard line. They've kicked it out of the end zone all night long. Let's see if they do again. And a high, shorter kick. Jeray Austin catches it in the field of play, out to the 5, the 10, the 15. He gets to the 15, and then they decide to whistle it and call it a touchback in the end zone. Would have been nice to have that a bit earlier.
And Jeray, he's had a great game so far tonight, and trying to just keep his feet on the 1-yard line, reach back, catch it over, but his momentum carries him in the end zone, thinking, hey, you know what, I'll be the playmaker. I'll try to do something. But a touchback is called.
So again, the Rams will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line and looking to get something established either on the ground or in the air. Mason Willingham's just going to run it up the middle. He's got some room. He's out to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, down to the 40, the 30, the 20. They're not going to catch him. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Owasso Rams. Mason Willingham comes in and gives us the burst that we need here on the first play of that series.
Who's it going to be? Mason says, I'll take it. That's exactly the jump we needed.
Now the crowd is back into the game. An 80-yard touchdown run by Mason Willingham. Burst through the middle, outran the defense, and he saw nothing but green all the way to the end zone. And all of a sudden, the Rams staying in this ball game. It's not over yet, as you mentioned. A lot of time left. Jake Adams out on the field for the extra point. Cole Adams with the hold. The kick is up. And it's good. One touchdown at a time, and that gets the Rams a bit closer here as they now trail 40-21 with 7:48 to go here in the third quarter. You're listening to Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM.
Take my hand, don't let go. Look in my eyes and in my soul. Hold me close, hold me near. Please let go of all your fear. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, the Rams got that shot in the arm that they needed as Mason Willingham comes in and just takes it 80 yards upfield. I'm sure we'll get to watch that on the Breakfast Club and see how that offensive line did up front.
Well, and what's huge about that is all night long with those interceptions, we've been giving the ball to Mustang back in our own territory. So now getting 7 points on the board, but now being able to kick off, hopefully starting the battle of field position, seeing if we can start over a little bit and open the defensive playbook a little bit as well.
Here's the kickoff. It's a short high onside, calling for the fair catch, and it's made at the 40-yard line. Wasn't sure that he was going to get there to make the catch. That was Aiden Edmondson. Kind of defeats your analogy there a little bit.
Well, I believe in the high onside, but giving it to him on the 41-yard line is a little bit tough.
Not how we drew it up. So again, Owasso will call on this Ram defense to try to make a stop. Mustang with a lot of movement defensively and on the offense. I mean, they'll move anywhere from 4 to 5 guys at a time.
Seeing the Rams sideline and offense or get into it.
There's a play up front as they try to run up the middle, and a host of Rams. You can almost count every Ram jersey in the box on the play. Jake Clifton leading the punch that time. And Grant, you get the crowd back into it. You got that score, and Jake Clifton makes that play. You feel like the momentum, even though you're down, is shifting back to the Ram side.
Well, and that's all you can ask, being down 3 scores. I love the energy on the sideline. They know we need it.
Russell in at quarterback, switching everyone around. He brings Keegan Bass into the backfield to his right. Twins to his left. Fakes the handoff, looks over the middle, lost one up over the head. A miscommunication, but the ball falls to the turf at the 30-yard line. There was no receiver in the area, as breaking off that time was Josh Rose, about 15 yards downfield, just a little 12 and out, but Russell thought he was going deep and threw it down to the 30-yard line. So 3rd and 10.
This is huge, and everybody in this stadium for Owasso knows it.
Russell looks to the sideline. Chaz Bradley back in the game to his left. Russell takes the snap, back in the pocket, lost another ball downfield, and it's going to be tipped away, but a flag's going to be thrown on the play. That's going to go against Corbin Green, and Grant, I saw that from up here. It looked like he had a handful of jersey pulling the receiver down, and
well, and the ball is floated with all the pressure in the backfield. It's more of a just make a play on the ball, and you did. You see it in these, just a handful of jersey. There's nothing else you can say.
So that'll move the ball into Ram territory at the Owasso 44-yard line.
Ram sideline not skipping a beat, trying to stay in it, get the guys motivated.
Russell back in the pocket. It goes to the right side this time, down the field. Pass is incomplete. Out of bounds. In coverage that time was Chance Millgate. Good to see him back in play.
Really good job by Chance Millgate getting his head back around, actually locating the football, causing some disruption.
Intended receiver was Cameron Brodus. Quick to the line is Mustang. Russell with the play call, 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle, got some room, breaks out to the right side, and all the way to the end zone. That looked like a taunting penalty there. What's up with that, as he turned around and waved? Jacoby Johnson with the touchdown run.
Jacoby, with 15 yards left to score, turns around, throws his hand up, waves by to the defender, but no flags out on the play. And the Rams crowd here, not appreciative, as they should be.
So a 44-yard run on the touchdown. Extra point pending is up, and it's good. And just like that, Mustang strikes again with 6:33 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Mustang now leads 47-21. We'll take a timeout and come back for more 3rd quarter action here on your Owasso Sports Network.
I need $100 in 10s and 20s, please.
Welcome back to Owasso, where Jacoby Johnson on a 44-yard touchdown run expands the Mustang lead back to 47-21. So the Rams hanging on here for the kickoff. It's up high and out of the end zone. So again, we've seen that all night. The Rams will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And Grant, just when you thought you seized the momentum, even though you were down, Mustang comes right back, makes a play, and kind of switches it back over to their side of the field.
Well, and I hate to say anything anymore because every drive is huge at this point. There's no emphasis there. See Mason Willingham come back out at quarterback.
Empty backfield. Gets the snap, hands the ball off. Ronnie Thomas coming to the near side, gets almost to the 29-yard line, so we'll call it a gain of 9 on the play, 2nd and 1. Actually, they're going to say it's a State Farm agent, Casey Miller, first down. Wasn't sure they were going to give him that spot, but they put it right on the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Rams. Again, Willingham empty backfield. Looks over to his right, gets it over to Jeray Austin, trying to bounce around and finally corralled at the 33-yard line. A lot of movement by Austin for not much gain on the play. Yeah, they'll give him 4. So we'll call it 2nd and 6. We'll take 4 yards. Willingham good on those quick outs. He's got Cole Adams on the far side. Low snap, ball on the ground. Willingham picks it up, runs to his left. He's in trouble, and he's going to be tackled for a loss on the play. He'll lose about 2 yards that time. That'll make it 3rd and 9, and about any and everything that can go wrong for Owasso is happening in this game.
And the Rams set up for another quick pass. That snap just hits Mason Willingham right in the ankles.
So now Neely to his left. Willingham quick out here to his right. Gets it to Carney. Carney trying to get upfield. He's across the 40, the 45, the 50. He's tripped up at midfield. But that'll be enough for a State Farm agent Casey Miller first down. Move those chains.
Really good wide receiver screen there. Great blocking downfield. Almost looks like a punt return with a wedge and punt return left put on. And Carney does a great job following his blocks.
Ball spotted right at midfield. Willingham moving his receivers around, looking at the sideline. Play clock down to 10. Now Willingham with the snap, rolls out to his right, finds a receiver underneath. That's Neely, gets up across the 40. And then he's knocked out of bounds late. Thought there might have been a flag on that play, but no.
It's a great block by Keelan Carney coming back, keeping his hands in the air, hitting a guy square in the chest.
That'll be a Glover Auto family first down. Into Mustang territory at the 40-yard line. So the Rams at least have a drive going here. 4:24 to go here in the third quarter. Willingham with an empty backfield. Just going to run right up the middle, try to follow his blockers. Not much there, gets wrapped up, gain of 3 on the play. So we'll call it 2nd and 7. Call it 2 on the play, so 2nd and 8. Ball at the Mustang 38-yard line. Empty backfield. Willingham waiting on the snap. Looks to his left, back right. Now he'll roll out to his right under pressure, looking downfield and almost picked off again. Tried to get it over the outstretched hands of Michael Johnson. Pass falls incomplete, 3rd down. 3:44 to go. Clock is stopped. Want to remind everyone, every Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock, you can join Coach Blankenship to cover what happened the previous week and what we got to look forward to at Trails Inn Barbecue in Owasso. Willingham in the pocket, looking downfield, throws it across the field, and the ball is tipped away. Intended for Ronnie Thomas, but tipping that away is Zach Warren. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Coach Blankenship knows the way Mustangs move the ball on us all night.
Got to go.
Being down like this, you have to go.
So Willingham had run to the sideline. Now he'll run back on. Ball still at the Mustang 38-yard line. This is a big play here to keep this drive alive. Willingham in the pocket, looks left. He's going to go long downfield. His intended receiver can't come up with the catch as the pass intended for Cole Adams falls incomplete. And there again, we've called his name all night. Karsten Keene has had an all-state game here tonight at Owasso.
Yeah, I'm not sure that that's the guy you want to test on 4th and long.
Well, that'll be a turnover on downs. And Grant, I just don't know. You're down 47-21. I mean, there's still a lot of time left, but some some things got to start happening for Owasso to be able to challenge in this ball game, and Mustang is not showing any let-up whatsoever. Handoff up the middle, and it's wide open again. Breaking the run is Bass to the Ram 25-yard line. He's to the 20 and finally slung down. And Grant, I hate to say this on this play, but could have used more effort that time from this Ram defense.
Well, it's what you just said. You just run right up the middle, and you just take that for 40 yards.
They're going to do it again. Run up again. I mean, there's just something there that the defense is not able to stop. It was 1st and 10 from the Owasso 23-yard line, and on that carry, gain of about 6 on the play. Tyler Rich in on the tackle for the Rams. Second and 4 at the Owasso 17-yard line. Clock rolling at 2:42. Russell waits the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, looking for a receiver. Now he's under pressure. Draws the ball! I'm not sure we were able to get on top of it. Let's see. I thought that was Jake Clifton out there, but he made the tackle as Russell tried to throw and the ball came loose. Both players were on the ground, and I think Mustang came up with the recovery.
Yeah, Russell just drops the ball.
Yeah.
And Rams, knowing the sense of urgency they need, probably tried to scoop and score in a situation that falling on it may not hurt either, but Mustang able to come up with the recovery.
As it is, the loss back to the Owasso 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 22. Russell waits the snap. Fakes the handoff, throws over the middle to Bass. Bass just about made a play, but he got some alligator arms there when he heard the footsteps. Jake Gillespie coming in hard. That'll bring up 4th down.
Jake Clifton hitting Russell right in the mouth right as he throws. Those are those things that Coach Blankenship talks about early on in the game. You don't forget. Just maybe a little bit too late for something like that, but hey, love the effort right there. Really good play by Owasso.
So it'll be 4th and 22 at the Ram 35-yard line. Russell with a lone back to his right. Now he'll look to the sideline, and we're going to have a Duralast Roofing Specialist timeout called by Mustang. We'll take one with them. It's Mustang 47, Owasso 21 with 1:30 to go here in this 3rd quarter. You're listening to Ram Football here on your Owasso Sports Network. Welcome back here to Owasso. They put time back on the clock as it continued to run after the timeout. So there'll be 1:40 to go here in this quarter. Well, it hasn't been the night we thought it was going to be when we came in here, but man, you got to give Mustang credit. They have an explosive offense. We heard about it. We just didn't know it was this explosive. Now we're going to have a long field goal attempt. They'll spot it at the 42-yard line, a 52-yard field goal. It's up. It's not going to get there as it's going to drop in the end zone. So the kick is no good. The Rams will take over here on the exchange. But Grant, I'm just not sure there's enough time left to score enough points to get back in the game. We'll see. Again, some things have got to happen for Owasso to be able to get back in this, and certainly it starts with this first drive here.
Well, that's the hard part as we get into limited time, is you like to see Owasso put a drive together and start adding things up. but you really need big play offense at this point. Can't have those 8-play drives to establish and run the clock.
So we'll see Mason Willingham come back in at quarterback. Rams with 4 turnovers on the night, 4 interceptions, including a pick 6. Very uncharacteristic. Willingham with an empty backfield brings a receiver in motion, hands the ball off. It's going to be Cole Adams, tries to turn it up inside across the 30, the 35. So that'll be enough for a State Farm agent, Casey Miller, first down.
You got to find ways like that to get it in your captain's hands.
I want to thank Westerman Financial for supporting the Owasso Sports Network, along with our other sponsors here this evening. Willingham, as the clock rolls, empty backfield again. Low snap, it's on the ground, and Willingham just falls on it.
We talked to Coach Blankenship this week at breakfast, talking about the center position, and got a little bit of injuries in that position as well. But then you're asking a guy who's got a banged-up hand to snap a ball and then basically block somebody with one hand that's coming with a full steam, and sometimes that can rush those snaps.
Now the Rams try to run to the left, Jeray Austin, and he's going to come back to the right. He may have some room here. Willingham's going to give him a block, but there's just too many white shirts in the vicinity. A gain of about 4 on the play, but that's still going to be shy of the original line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 3rd down. 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. Let's see if the Rams try to run another offensive play. 5 seconds. Willingham awaits the snap. It's a low snap again. He's looking downfield. Good protection in the pocket. Finds his receiver. That's going to be Keelan Carney. And that's going to move the chains here on the final play of this 3rd quarter. We move to the 4th quarter. And it's Owasso trailing Mustang 47-21. Come back for 4th quarter action here on your Owasso Sports Network.
There are currently 2 million American spouses and children whose family member was killed or disabled in defense of our country, which is why I founded the Folds of Honor, providing educational scholarships to the families of 1% of the Americans who protect our freedom.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor. Please join our squadron today. Your $13 a month speaks volumes and changes lives forever.
Bold flavors and big smiles. Located right down the street from Owasso High School in the Renaissance Shopping Center, Owasso Coffee Company focuses on delicious baked goods and quality handcrafted beverages featuring Rose Rock coffee products made right here in Oklahoma. Stop by or drive through today at Owasso Coffee Company, a proud supporter of Owasso Athletics.
We welcome you back here to the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth. We get ready for 4th quarter action. Rams 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Willingham with an empty backfield. Looks to his right. No, it's Austin Havens back. It's going to be a double pass downfield. Caught at the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Keelan Carney from Jake. No, it's from Cole Adams. Touchdown Rams. The first play of the 4th quarter is a double pass for an Owasso touchdown, and it could not have been executed more beautifully than by that play right there.
I think that was Carson Keene in coverage that misses the tackle on Carney for the touchdown, but with Carson roasting us all night, a little bit of an answer back from Owasso.
Jake Adams on for the extra point. It's up and it's good. So with 11:49 to go, the Rams still trying to fight their way back as they now trail 47-28 here in the 4th quarter. You're listening to Ram Football on 100.1 KYFM.
Hello, Owasso. This is Ray Adcock with Christian Brothers Automotive, and we just want to say thank you for supporting us as a local business. I know for our family, we own a business here, we live here, we go to church here. All 4 of our kids are in school here. And when we shop, we always consider to try to spend our money in town. We go to restaurants that we know are owned by people from Owasso. And if we leave town to get gas, we drive back on fumes to buy gas here because we want to keep that money in the Owasso School District. And recently we had a hailstorm that damaged our roof. We chose a roofer that, based on the owners from Owasso, the business is based in Owasso, so we're always trying to keep it local. And so we just want to say thank you. We know a lot of you guys are doing the same thing to help support us. When it comes time to service your vehicle, if something breaks or just to do the maintenance, we would appreciate your consideration. We just want to say thank you, and we love being a part of Owasso.
Welcome back to Owasso, where the Rams strike quickly on the first play of the fourth quarter. A 52-yard touchdown pass. Cole Adams to Keelan Carney on the double pass. As the Rams kick off, it'll be fielded at the Mustang 6-yard line. Now they're going to call it the 9.
Tristan Russell calls a fair catch within his own 10-yard line. A little bit surprising. That's a better result than the high onside for 10 yards.
So Mustang will take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line. 11:49 to go here in the fourth quarter. Owasso trailing 47-28. And you talked about some of the things that needed to go right for the Rams. This defense, I mean, you've called on them all night, but they've got to make a stop here, and that starts with stopping the run up the middle. Russell hands off in the backfield, and again, a little bit of room between the tackles. Jay Bedford on the carry now in the backfield. Other scores around the area more. The next week opponent for Owasso, they lead Putnam City 45-21. Union has defeated Norman North 30-14. Norman defeated Enid 22-19. Jinx has beaten Yukon 48-14. So some future opponents there for the Rams. 2nd and 7 as the handoff to Bedford again on the left side. He tries to work his way across the 15, pops out of the pile here to the near side, across the 20, and we're going to have a penalty against Mustang. It's going to be a block in the back, and that'll bring the ball back. What looked like was going to be a miraculous first down by Bedford is going to be brought back as that penalty against Mustang with a block in the back. Pretty sure everyone in the stadium saw that one. So that backs Mustang back up inside their own 10-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 11-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Russell with a lone back to his left. That's Jacoby Johnson. I'd say he's dangerous, but they've all been dangerous here tonight. Handoff to Johnson up the middle. He's got room. Actually, it's Bass on the carry, and he's hit at the 20-yard line. Gillespie in on the tackle. Braden Foster in on the tackle. And that's enough for a first down. And Grant, I don't know what Mustang has seen, but they have been very successful at just running the ball between the guards here tonight.
Yeah, and Owasso's had an issue with tackling all night. Right there, you see them trying to just dive at their feet and unable to bring them down.
Russell hands the ball off again, trying to break out to the right side. Bedford coming in as Gillespie. It makes a nice tackle or push out of bounds at the 20-yard line. One of those youngsters we talked about that has gotten more playing time and worked his way into the rotation.
Yeah, a really good play of pursuit and a great tackle in forcing them out of bounds.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Mustang right now, I think they're just trying to work the clock as they let everything run down. Again, a handoff up the middle and then burst out to the left tackle side up to the 25-yard line. Burgess on the carry. Michael Jamerson in on the tackle along with Brandon Ramsey. Also Gage Smith. So another 3rd down for the Rams. Try to get this defense off the field. And Grant, they need a stop and a score to really...
Yeah, this is definitely probably the biggest 3rd down of the night, without a doubt at this point.
3rd down from the 25-yard line. They've got to get to the 31. Ball's over the head of the quarterback on the ground. It's loose, still loose. And the Rams, did they come up with it? And a flag on the play at the bottom of the pile. We got all kinds of stuff going on out here right now. Some of it's not legal. Michael Jamerson comes up hurt on the play. I didn't see. They didn't really indicate who recovered the fumble on the high snap. And then something happened at the bottom of the pile. Got a dead ball personal foul against Mustang. So it'll be half the distance to the goal. They're signaling 4th down.
From what I saw up here, it looked like the ball was down and there was already a pile created. And somebody from Mustang came in with a cleat first right in somebody else's back is what it appears to be.
So an injured player down for the Owasso Rams. Thought that might be Michael Jamerson as he was limping around as he came off that pile. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and come back and see if we can determine what happened here. With 9:18 to go here in the 4th quarter, it's Mustang 47, Owasso 28.
Seems like every game and app and service wants to charge you a fee. Monthly fee, usage fee, delivery fee. So how about a checking account that pays you, huh? Then remember this. You get paid on every Visa debit transaction with PayMe Checking from Communication Federal Credit Union. Online, in apps, or in stores. Last year, our members earned over $240,000 in paybacks with PayMe Checking. Get paid instead of paying. Communication Federal Credit Union. Some restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Meet Andrea, a member at TTCU Federal Credit Union.
Hi. As I've gotten older, I've become more intentional about my financial goals. Since I joined TTCU, I'm saving a lot more money, I'm paying off my car and building my emergency fund, and now I watch my credit score continually.
Join Andrea and become a member at TTCU Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. TTCU, life is better in balance.
Mustang with the punt, picked up there by Colab. We got a flag on the play. It's going to be a block in the back. Actually, that's Keelan Carney on the return. But we're going to have flags out at the Mustang 39-yard line, so a block in the back. I believe Brandon Ramsey may have tried to get the gunner on that play. Good return by Carney inside the 20-yard line, but all for naught as Mustang had to kick out of their own end zone from the very back. Actually, 2 penalties. So it'll be a block in the back that will be accepted and assessed against the Rams. They just, either by turnover or penalty, just seem to shoot themselves in the foot when they get momentum going.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those moments this weekend when we break down film and look at things. You're just going to see so many missed opportunities on both sides of the ball. And then you talk about those execution penalties. Really take you out of a ball game.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Owasso at the Mustang 49-yard line. Mason Willingham now will quarterback Owasso. It's been kind of back and forth here in the second half between Willingham and Havens. Empty backfield. Now they'll bring a man in motion right to left. They give it to Austin. It's a double reverse to Cole Adams, and he's got a lot of room. He gets to midfield, gets a block across the 40, stops at the sideline, keeps going and runs forward. Everybody just stopped until he's pushed out of bounds. Grant, I think the Mustang players thought he had stepped out of bounds and he waited on him to move. They didn't, and so he kept running.
Cole Adams did what he did last week on the punt return. We call it the football Nintendo game, if you will, where you just stop at the sideline, everybody goes flying by, and he keeps on moving. Those 5 yards, those extra 5 yards you get every time add up.
That'll be enough for a Glover Auto family first down at the Mustang 32-yard line. Again, Willingham with an empty backfield. Gets the snap, runs right up the middle, looking for room, finds a spot, goes to the left, and he's across the 30 to the 29-yard line. So gain of about 3 on the play. That's fine, but I don't know that you really have time to do much of that as we approach 8:20 here to go in the fourth quarter, trailing 47-28. This would certainly shake up the rankings and the district. Willingham in the pocket, pressure from the left, and he's going to be sacked. Back at the 38-yard line. A blitz from the left side, unaccounted for.
Well, and we've seen that tonight where I will give Mason credit there by not forcing a throw with good coverage downfield, which we've made that mistake a few other times tonight. Sometimes those sacks are better than turning the ball over.
Yep, live to play another down, but now we've lost a minute off the clock.
Coach Blankenship saying, let's go, let's go.
Yeah. 3rd and 14, Willingham back in the pocket, looking on the left side, throws it over to Cole Adams on a great out pattern. He's going to be tackled. Actually, he lost the ball, and he may be hurt on this play, Grant, as he got spun around awkwardly, and he comes up gimpy trying to run back to the huddle. And they're going to say he fumbled the football. It's a turnover to the Broncos. He caught the ball, did Cole Adams, and he really got turned around awkwardly, and I think he was hurt. He's trying to jog off the field, but makes it to the sideline, and they're going to call a fumble.
And I had seen Cole put the ball down on the ground and kind of pivot off the ball with the ball on the ground.
Coach Blankenship is in the ear of the referee here on the near side. So 1st and 10 Mustang at their own 25-yard line. They just try to run it up the middle, and right now probably just trying to run this clock down.
I see Jake Clifton getting in on that tackle, and there's a reason he wears that C on his chest. Knowing the score and the time left in the game, still 110%.
Second and 8. 6:35 to go. Taking time off the clock. Russell hands the ball off up the middle. Tackle made it across the 30-yard line. Gage Smith again in on the tackle. Good news here, we see Michael Jamerson coming back into the ball game. Third and 5 here for Mustang. (47-28) our score as Mustang leads Owasso. Ram defense here now with a 3rd down. Defense looks lost. They hand the ball off up the middle. He's to the 33, the 34-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down and about 3. That was Jacoby Johnson on the carry. Mustang showing to go for it, but you got to think they're just going to try to bark the Rams offside here. I wouldn't see any reason to jeopardize field position with this advantage. Yeah, just trying to get the Rams to jump offside, but they're not going to bite on this as the play clock down to 2 seconds, and Mustang will call timeout with 4:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a Duralast Roofing Specialist timeout as well. You're listening to Ram Football here on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hey, this is Paul Smith, former TU and NFL quarterback, for my good friends at Waldo's Chicken and Beer at 71st and Yale by Taziki's. It's the home of Southern fried and fire-roasted chicken. Enjoy your chicken on the bone, on the bun, in a basket, or in a bowl. Toss in several scratch-made sides, including 3 cheese, mac and cheese, and collard greens, homemade sauces, and you found yourself a new favorite chicken spot. Locally owned and operated.
Jeff and Shelley Waters of Waterstone Cleaners in Owasso and Tulsa are proud supporters of Owasso Athletics. Waterstone Cleaners has served this area since 2006, and they love all things Owasso. They offer dry cleaning and full laundry service at Waterstone Cleaners. Stop by the Owasso location at the corner of 96th and Garnett. In Owasso, go Rams!
Welcome back here to Owasso Stadium. I'm Steve Mowry alongside Grant Mowry. Undertakers squared. And then Rob Williams on the numbers. Brock Crawford doing a great job with the streaming, he and his crew. Rams in a hole right now. 4:51 to go here in the fourth. Now Mustang in punt formation. Back deep for Owasso is Keelan Carney. He's going to try to field this line drive rugby punt, and then good coverage by Mustang as Carney's going to be tackled at the Owasso 40-yard line where they'll start 1st and 10. And there's no way to sugarcoat it, Grant. The home crowd is stunned here tonight. I'm stunned.
I was going to say, there's not a whole lot to say, period, here. It's just been a tough night for Owasso, and as far as Ram fans go and Ram Nation, this is very unexpected, and we did not expect a blowout by any means, a close game, but just getting outplayed.
Willingham throws out to his left to Overstreet, and he's going to be tackled quickly just shy of the 45-yard line. Gain of maybe 2 on the play. Second and 8 at the Owasso 44. Willingham in the pocket, looking downfield. Under pressure, rolls out to his right, finds an open receiver. That's Jeray Austin with the reception. Into Mustang territory. That'll be enough for a State Farm agent, Casey Miller, first down as the ball is spotted at the Mustang 46-yard line. Clock continues to roll as we approach now under 4 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Willingham on the jet sweep, hands off to Carney, coming out here to the near side, fakes outside, back inside, but then he's tackled at the Mustang 38-yard line. Second and about 2. Willingham throws quickly out to the right. It's Carney again. He's looking for a block, but quickly 3 defenders on that side as Carney's knocked out of bounds. But that's enough for a Glover Auto family first down. Moves the ball down to Mustang 31-yard line. 1st and 10 Rams. Man in motion. Willingham in the pocket. Throws downfield, and the catch is made for a Ram touchdown. Cole Adams just mossed the defender.
Kind of the same play as earlier from Cole Adams as far as just really good coverage downfield. And what you think is going to be an incompletion, and Cole just comes up with it and just stands there in the end zone.
So Jake Adams will come on for the, actually the Rams are going to go for two. Willingham back in at quarterback. Rolls to his right. He's under pressure. Just got to throw it up into the end zone. It's intercepted. Can't return that, so the two-point conversion attempt fails. So now with 3:12 to go here in the fourth quarter, it's Mustang 47, Owasso 34.
Mason Willingham does exactly what you have to do in those situations. A lot of pressure. Taking a sack doesn't do any good. Throwing a pick doesn't hurt you. Might as well throw it up and give somebody a chance. So I appreciate that and the effort from Willingham. Just unable to convert.
So it's a 5-play, 58-yard drive, covered 1 minute, 30 seconds. But as high-powered as this Owasso Ram offense is, I'm not sure they can overcome this deficit.
Where you see the Rams lining up here. It's got to be an onside kick. You have to try it. Still a 2-score game.
They lay the ball flat on its side and do kind of that fake spin kick. Then they kick it back to the left to get 10 yards before it's touched.
Ray Austin's got it.
And then they blow it dead. They waited too long. And we're going to have a discussion here between referees. They're going to say Rams ball.
Jake Clifton, he kind of can do it all, I guess. A really good side spinning kick that just hits and goes end over end, bounces up high. Ray Austin just covers it. I'm not sure you can advance the onside kick.
Lee Blankenship is having a very demonstrative discussion with these referees. But it's going to be a turnover for the Rams as they recover that onside kick. It's going to be spotted just across midfield at the Mustang 49-yard line.
Waiting on the snap here, Coach Blankenship on the far sideline. Lee Blankenship still giving the referee an earful.
A lot of confusion still going on out on the field, and now they'll start play. Willingham at quarterback. He's back deep in the pocket, looking deep downfield, and he throws short to Cole Adams. Got to get out of bounds, and Cole does just that. The smart junior playing like a veteran, which he is, out at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 Rams, 3:04 to go. Willingham with the snap, looks right, going deep down. No, he's going to go to Ray Austin underneath. He's going to run to the middle of the field, tackled at the 15-yard line. But that'll stop the clock while they move the chains. Rams have got to come up and get ready to snap the ball. Clock stopped at 2:56. First and 10 at the 15-yard line. Willingham looking to his left. Throws it to the back pylon. He's got Ronnie Thomas. Touchdown, Owasso Rams. 15-yard touchdown pass. And just like that, things just got very interesting. How you like that?
I was waiting to see.
Yeah.
I did not see the call from the official.
It
was really close to the back of the end zone. Rodney wide open, almost overthrows him out of the back of the end zone. But great play, Owasso. And I guess I was just in the moment here.
So the conventional extra point attempt. Jake Adams with the kick is up, and it's good. And the Rams, with 2:42 to go, have pulled to within 6 points as they trail Mustang 47-41. We'll keep it right here. And obviously the Rams got to try another onside kick here, you would believe.
I think you have to, absolutely. Mustang all night, the way they've run the ball, run the clock, and had success with the run game. And the time left in the game, you have to.
So that was a 3-play, 49-yard drive that covered 29 seconds. Either way, this is the play of the game right here. Boy, just when you thought it might be time to turn out the lights, not so fast.
Like you said, this is it right here. This is the play of the game.
So the Rams like to do that little cross run and kick. The ball is on its side. This is where they sometimes like to do that. They call it the helicopter kick. Let's see what Jake Adams does here. He fakes the kick. Jake Clifton's going to kick it back to his left. Ball is up, and Rams had a chance to get on it and couldn't recover it as the ball goes out of bounds. Grant, there was a chance there. Once it goes 10 yards, it's a free ball.
And like you said, the sideways helicopter kick, but Jake Clifton does a great job of doing that. And then right as it approaches that 10-yard limit, it takes one high hop and just bounces out of bounds before Dre Austin's able to recover that one again.
Still a lot of time on the clock, 2:42 to go. Rams with all 3 timeouts.
And you have to expect, with the success that Mustangs had all night with the run game, knowing they need to milk the clock, and that what they've had, you kind of just, do you gamble it and just throw everybody in and stop that run, or?
Yeah.
I'm with it. I mean, as they come out with 3 guys wide out left, I don't know if that's a distraction.
Sure it is. That's what Coach Blankenship likes to call that eye candy. 1 back in the backfield, handoff up the middle. And Michael Jamer says, not so fast there, my friend, as he throws the running back down to the ground. Rams take a quick timeout, a Duralast roofing specialist timeout, and he's going to take a moment to talk to his ball club. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Ram Football here on your Owasso Sports Network.
Whether it's supporting Owasso football on Friday nights or making sure you're covered in life, State Farm agent Robert Long is there for you. When it comes to home, life, and auto insurance, go with the one who's supported the Rams since day one. Go with State Farm agent Robert Long, located on 86th Street in Owasso.
So Mustang with the football at the Owasso 46-yard line, 2nd and 9. Rams have just spent their first timeout. 2:35 to go here in the game. Rams trail by 6, 47-41. And really, I think for the most part, you could say it's been controlled by Mustang all night long, but the Rams finally coming to life, still fighting their way back. Now Bass is in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Russell looking downfield. The ball is up in the air, and it's batted away. Great defensive play back there by Gillespie. Did a great job of just slapping the ball down to the ground. Incomplete pass stops the clock as well.
I was just going to say, and in double coverage, you see Lee Blankenship taking that gamble going, hey, we know we're going to run, and now we don't have to take a timeout.
This is huge. This is huge. 3rd down. Russell trying to get the defense to jump offside. They don't jump. Chaz Bradley is in the backfield with him. Grant, they may try a pass here because of the down and distance. But another incomplete pass keeps the clock stopped, and Lee Blankenship is going to run on, and he will take a timeout as well with 2:29 to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a Duralast Roofing Specialist timeout with him. You're listening to Ram Football here on 100.1 KYFM.
St. Francis Health System has more than 100 locations across eastern Oklahoma, all united by one mission, to extend the presence and healing ministry of Christ in all we do. We are Oklahoma's largest and only locally owned and operated health system, dedicated to providing the most advanced, comprehensive health care and making a positive impact in the communities we serve. St. Francis Health System. Healthcare for life. Learn more at stfrancis.com.
We welcome you back into the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth. 2:29 to go here in the fourth quarter. Rams have clawed their way back into it with back-to-back touchdowns. 3 touchdowns here in this fourth quarter. And a big third down trying to get a stop. Mustang at the Ram 46-yard line. Russell at quarterback. Gets the snap, there his head, and it's going to go down. Rams are going to jump on it. No, it's going to be recovered by Russell, but it's going to be a loss back to the Mustang 40-yard line. What a critical time for Mustang to have that kind of mistake, but even a bigger time for Owasso to get that kind of break. We're going to keep it right here. Grant, that ball had some sauce on it because it went back 20 yards to the Mustang 40-yard line. They were at the Ram 46-yard line. And so you got the incomplete pass. Then you have the bad snap. Now it's fourth down. You might have gone for it had you had the ball still in Ram territory. But now, number one, you have to punt the football. Number two, anybody for Owasso could be very dangerous back there, and they're going to have good starting field position and another possession here with 2:22 left on the clock and one timeout.
Well, it's been all Mustang all night, and right here at the end of the fourth quarter, Owasso has really done whatever they needed to, and like you said, best case right there, Owasso falls on it, but still, Owasso takes a timeout, 2:22 on the clock. Mustang coming out to punt the ball away, and if you give Owasso 2 minutes, all I'll say is this: you give us 30 seconds, we're dangerous. I'll take 2 minutes, and we still have one timeout. We'll see what Owasso can do here, making it interesting for sure.
Keelan Carney back to receive the punt. Nice high punt. Carney's going to call for a fair catch and makes the catch at the Owasso 27-yard line. 73 yards to pay dirt and possibly victory in this game that has been controlled all night, for the most part, by Mustang as far as the scoreboard shows. But right now, the Rams, all you wanted was an opportunity, and they've got one now with plenty of time and still a timeout left.
Plenty of time, a timeout left, and then momentum. The fans have come alive. We've thinned out here in the early fourth quarter with fan-wise, but we're louder now than we have been all night.
Sideline in the game as well. The student section, they're going crazy. Willingham with a low snap. He's got time to pick it up. He does. He's under pressure. Throws it out to the right side, and it's dropped. Jeray Austin with a chance to make a catch and at least get a gain on the play. So all kinds of stuff happening on that play, but good composure by Willingham instead of falling on it, knowing he had time to pick it up and still make a play and not take a loss.
And so big more than that is the clock stops on that incompletion rather than falling on it, burning a timeout, or making a quick offensive call.
So 2nd and 10 for the Rams at their own 27-yard line. Willingham with Bealey to his right. Gets the snap, looks to his right. Now he looks down the middle of the field. He's got a wide open Keelan Carney, and he's going to be tackled into Mustang territory at the 45-yard line. Clock stops while they move the chains. Rams offense comes up to the line of scrimmage, gets lined up. Why is the clock rolling? Willingham in the pocket. Looks to his right, throws it to Cole Adams underneath. Gets to the 35, then fights to the 30-yard line and still trying to fight over the Mustang defender inside the 30. Down to the 28-yard line.
A minute 40, one timeout remaining. Owasso moving the ball. This is Ram football.
1st and 10 at the Mustang 29-yard line. Willingham with the snap. Pressure coming from the left. He's got to get rid of. No, he's got room to run on the right side. Inside the 30. Turns upfield and out of bounds inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Slips and falls on the far side in front of the band bleachers, but he gets up and is okay. Stops the clock with a minute 18 to go. This is how we drew it up.
Yeah, that's exactly what we called pregame. Yeah. Dramatic comebacks.
It's tough being right all the time.
Yeah. That's why we're millionaires in the betting
right.
games. Absolutely.
2nd and about 4. Ball at the Mustang 29-yard line. Willingham with the snap. 3 receivers to his left. Throws it to the back pylon. He's got Ronnie Thomas. And the ball is intercepted in the end zone. Jacoby Johnson with the interception. And that should wrap it up for Mustang.
And Ronnie Thomas is wide open on what looks to be kind of a back wheel route. And Mason Willingham makes a decent throw at it, but if he just takes a little air off of it, that's a touchdown Owasso.
Tough break. 1:11 to go here in the ball game. Looked like the Rams were just going to drive down the field and score. Johnson with the 5th interception of the night by Mustang. And Mustang should be able to, I believe, to come out and run out the clock. Rams with 1 timeout. Russell at quarterback. And he just takes a knee.
Kind of an unconventional knee.
We got a flag on the play here on the near side.
Stops the clock.
Maybe a procedure call. So that'll go against Mustang.
Well, and I was saying an unconventional knee down with a shotgun formation, and we've seen it all night, some errant snaps. That one kind of high. A little bit risky for Mustang.
Yes.
All we ask for is opportunity.
.109 on the clock.
Saw some fans walking out that stopped mid-staircase after that snap.
Yeah. And again, Mustang will just take the snap and take a knee.
I mean, interesting how they're doing this shotgun
right,
kneel down, losing 6 yards every time they take a knee.
Yeah, because there has been that tendency of a bad snap. Grant, I mean, there's a chance here because you still have to snap the ball probably 2 more times. It's 2nd down, and the ball is now back to the Mustang 7-yard line. Because we've seen maybe 4 or 5, possibly 6 snaps that went over the head of the quarterback. So it'll be interesting to see if they continue to do that here, but you're right. Typically you would just go up under center, take the snap, and then take a knee.
Well, and if you do another shotgun snap kneel down, at this point you're looking at kneeling it down on your own 1-yard line and then coming out in punt formation with a very, very short end zone. And I would expect nothing less than the Rams to send full punt block.
Yes. And we know as well, anytime the Rams put somebody back deep to receive a punt, if we get to that point, they're dangerous to take it to the house.
And they're going to do it again from shotgun formation.
This is amazing. Russell motions the running back behind him and then takes a knee at the 2-yard line with 1:04 on the clock. He's going to be able to run it down to about 25 seconds. Neither team has a timeout. So, I mean, technically, you could take the penalty and move the ball back half the distance, which is about 2 feet.
Ball spotted at the 2-yard line.
Unless they decided to take a safety. I mean, they could run it out the back of their end zone and then kick off. Now he's going to go under center. Thought they blew that dead early.
Their own 1-yard line. Boy, you talk about what just a finish in a football game.
So the clock's going to run out on this one as the Blankenship Cousins meet at midfield. Rams with a valiant effort trying to come back in this one, but just came up short here this evening as they fall to the Mustang Broncos 47-41. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back and look at the numbers. You're listening to Ram Football here on your Owasso Sports Network.
Tulsa Bone & Joint Owasso is proud to support the Owasso Rams. With Dr. Caleb Nunley and Dr. Jason Griffin serving as team physicians, and Destry Millsap and Zach McGinning serving as athletic trainers for the team, the Rams are in good hands with Tulsa Bone & Joint. Our office is conveniently located inside St. John Owasso Physician Building and ready to care for you and your family. Tulsa Bone & Joint Owasso, moving life forward.
Ascension St. John ER care teams are here for you with strong safety measures in place to protect you and your family. If you have concerns about a heart attack, stroke, difficulty breathing, or a severe mental health condition, don't delay care. Go directly to the ER or call 911. Delaying care could make your condition worse and make it more difficult to recover. Ascension St. John Emergency Care is available 24/7. Find a location at getstjohncare.com.
Hello, Ram Nation. This is Coach Blankenship. We're proud to have a winning tradition here in Owasso, both on the field and off. And as we strive for excellence, our partners at Jim Glover, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat strive for excellence also. And that's why they're this year's Dealer Raiders Dealer of the Year. With the region's only Jeep showcase store, Jim Glover Jeep focused specifically on the Jeep lifestyle. So if you're in the market for a Jeep, there's only one place to go, and that's Jim Glover here in Owasso. And don't forget, they can customize your Jeep to fit your lifestyle. Tell them Coach B sent you.
As Owasso's hometown community bank, First Bank of Owasso is a proud supporter of the Owasso Rams. Nearly 30% of its employees are Owasso High School alumni, and they are ready to serve you and your banking needs. First Bank of Owasso is in Owasso, for Owasso, and has been since 1962. First Bank of Owasso, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Owasso as the Mustang Broncos have come into Owasso Stadium and defeated the Owasso Rams 47-41. Owasso will drop to 6-2 on the season, 3-2 in district play, as Mustang will improve to 5-3, 4-1 in district play. And you know, granted, it's still a little bit early to look this over, but the Rams are going to be sitting in third place in this district, so you lose the home field advantage of that first round playoff, and now you're looking to go on the road depending on what plays out in the other district. Jenks is on top, followed by Broken Arrow and Edmond Santa Fe. Still some things to play out over there, but certainly a disappointing loss here tonight for the Owasso Rams.
Well, and looking forward, you know, we counted this game tonight as we really want that home field advantage, but there are some situational things that could possibly happen to still allow that. But yeah, we expected a tough ball game tonight, We didn't by any means think that this would be a blowout. We knew Mustang would come in and give us a great game. Anytime you get two coaches that are family, there's just a lot more on the line for those types of games. And everybody here has got to be a little bit shocked to be a Ram fan and watch or listen to what we saw tonight.
So our final score brought to you by First Bank of Owasso. First Bank of Owasso is the bank you can believe in. We certainly appreciate D. Sokolowski and First Bank of Owasso for their support here on the Owasso Sports Network. The final score, 47-41. We'll talk about the play of the game brought to you by Owasso First Assembly of God. Visit Pastors Bruce and Janet McCarty every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. at Owasso First Assembly of God, just south of CVS on 96th Street North and 129th East Avenue. And Grant, we got a couple of plays in the game. You and I have had some discussions about it, but we're going to go with Jeray Austin's 80-yard touchdown pass from Austin Havens there in that first quarter. Mustang had come out and kind of punched us in the mouth early. They had a 6-play, 83-yard drive, and then on the very first play of Owasso's possession, it's an 80-yard touchdown pass from from Austin Havens to Jeray Austin.
Well, and we talked about one of our keys to the game being starting fast, and by coming out being down 7-0 very fast, and really you feel that it was a lot of effort by Mustang, good driving, good ball movement, those things, and that's why it's a play of the game. Jeray Austin comes out, 80-yard answer, gets the crowd right back in it, gets the sideline back in it. We had some great big plays tonight, but definitely that one's got to be our play of the game for Owasso, trying to get us back on that tone early.
Big play by Jeray Austin on that reception, but also you got to throw in an honorable mention here tonight. When the Rams were really down, it was 40-14, and Mason Willingham comes in at quarterback. His first snap from scrimmage is an 80-yard touchdown run by the quarterback straight up the middle all the way to the end zone. So we'll give him a 1B on that as well. As we get ready to look for offensive and defensive players of the game, let's look at the stats first here in this ball game. Owasso with a total of 651 yards. Mustang with 422 yards. So essentially just under 1,100 total yards in this ball game. The Rams with 176 yards on the ground, 475 yards through the air. But Grant, there's a big number there staring you and I in the face, and it's the Rams 28 of 40 in the passing game, 5 interceptions for Owasso, and you add that with a lost fumble. Very rarely are you going to win games where you've got 6 turnovers in the ballgame. 2 of those interceptions were in the end zone, 1 in the first half, and then 1 here on the final drive of the game. For Mustang on the other side, I mean, they did a lot more on the ground than we thought they would, and not so much through the air. 212 yards rushing, 210 yards through the air, but only 7 of 21 through the air with 1 interception. And, of course, as you pointed out earlier in the first half, Owasso only 2 of 9 on third down, and Mustang 1 of 6 on third down. So the efficiency there by Owasso really had a lot more to be desired. Look at the rushing for Mustang. They had guys really splitting things up. Bradley had 9 carries for 57 yards. Bedford 5 carries for 47 yards. Bass had 7 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown. Russell, the quarterback, 5 carries and then the 1 touchdown. But Russell through the air, 7 of 21, but of those 7, 3 were touchdowns, and 3 of his receivers was Bass, who caught 4 receptions and 1 touchdown. He had 106 total yards receiving. Johnson 2 receptions for 87 yards, but both receptions were touchdowns, and then Bradley 1 reception for 17 yards. On the other side, really good numbers for Owasso, looking all over the place. Overstreet 10 carries for 34 yards. Neely with 3 carries for 19. Adams 3 carries for 30 yards. Mason Willingham 7 carries for 83 yards and 2 touchdowns. Through the air, it was Austin Havens 13 of 19 with 4 interceptions and the 1 touchdown for 223 yards. Mason Willingham came in and was 14 of 20 with 1 interception and 201 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then you had Jeray Austin with 7 receptions for 141 yards. Keelan Carney 7 receptions for 155 yards. Cole Adams with 6 receptions and 145 yards. I don't know the last time I've seen Owasso have 3 100-yard receivers in the same game, each of those with a touchdown, and then Ronnie Thomas with a 15-yard touchdown reception himself. Emery Neely with 3 receptions for 25 yards. So you look at those numbers and trying to determine a lot of production all over the place for the Rams. Who's your offensive player of the game?
Well, I think Cole Adams is my guy tonight. His numbers still pretty good. 6 receptions, 114 yards with a touchdown. But I was looking for Owasso when we're down. You need your playmaker to step up. And there are 2 times I can remember just seeing Cole Adams, balls that I thought are for sure going to be intercepted. Cole Adams coming over, and we use the term.
Got mossed.
He got mossed. Cole Adams just reaching over the top, being your guy. He goes, hey, I know we need it right now. Let me go do it for you, coach. And then even a couple of times where you can just see his effort so hard on those end-around runs and things. So Cole Adams is my guy tonight.
So we'll give the offensive player of the game tonight to Cole Adams. I agree with you wholeheartedly because it looked like he was going to go out with an injury on that real scary catch that he made, and it looked like it might have been a fumble, and it was. I mean, it was a fumble on the play, but it could have been more serious had he gotten hurt on that play. Defensive player of the game brought to you by Wings to Go. Grab your post-game snack at Wings to Go in Owasso, located at the Waterford Plaza at 96th Street North and 129th East Avenue. We look at the defense. Who you got on that?
Well, tonight I've got my guy Jake Clifton tonight. Looking at the defense, we did not look crisp at all on defense really throughout the night. Secondary, anything like that. In games like this, when you get misaligned or things go like the way they have, you got to have your guy that wants effort. And like I mentioned it earlier, there's a reason that guy has a C on his chest. He was flying around, never stopped, never gave up, always putting his helmet in there, and just a lot of really great effort from Jake Clifton tonight.
Yeah, and you brought that effort out. There was a point in the game where you felt like the Rams were just kind of almost ready to just say, hey, we're just going to play this out, and Jake, he was still playing one play at a time, so we'll give him the defensive player of the game.
Well, and we saw earlier, Jake gets banged up earlier, runs off the sideline, I still don't know what's going on there, puts a brace on his arm, comes back, and plays even harder with something that you can tell is not feeling good.
Jake Clifton doing what we always expect him to do, coming out with great effort. And then, of course, the final word brought by our favorite sponsor, Mowry Funeral Service, but final word on this game, not the outcome we wanted, obviously, and again, not what we thought we were going to see when we came into this, but maybe some of your final thoughts on this game going into next week. We'll be at Moore, and then the following week at Putnam City. Just your thoughts on where the Rams are now.
Yeah, what a roller coaster tonight. That's the only way you can describe it. Just really up and down with offensive production and defensive production. Looking at across the board tonight, I've got to give credit to Mustang. You heard Coach Blankenship at halftime saying, well, they're just playing harder than I want them to. And credit those guys. They came out, fired off the ball all night long, looking for positives as far as the Rams moving forward. That fourth quarter effort, being down that many, which fans are walking out, the game's over. Is it? No. Great effort by Owasso, coming back, getting this game with the onsides, the defensive shutdowns late in the game, and then the offensive production. Of course, that last throw towards Ronnie Thomas that gets picked off, you look at that and you watch that on film over and over, and that'll be replayed in your head. Those are as a former player, those are the throws and catches that you dream about, or I should say have nightmares about. And I would say moving forward for the Rams, the way that I still love the way that these guys just don't give up.
Yeah.
And we call it Ram football, and I hate when people give up. And Owasso did a great job tonight of trying to keep that poise, get back into this game. And I think moving forward, there will be things tonight. Again, the biggest negative I see tonight, when you come into a football game, you want to create turnovers. But what we need to look back at tonight and go, you need to not make turnovers. Don't create turnovers for yourself. 6 turnovers and to lose a game by 6 points. Great effort by the Rams, but I think those will be great things to look at, break down on film as we move forward into the season.
A lot more football yet to be played. The thing about this, it's disappointing tonight. It's not the end of the season. It'll be something that, as you mentioned, the team can learn from. They may not get the home playoff spot. I don't know. There might be something happen where it gets back to us. But in any case, We're still on the inside, and 2 more games to play that you would expect the Rams to win. They'll be traveling down to Moore to take on a good Moore football team, the Moore Lions, and that game will be a 7 o'clock start next Thursday. It'll be a Thursday game. Moore shares the field down there, so we'll be taking on the Lions on Thursday, and then the following week it'll be Putnam City, and then we'll know where the Rams are going to be placed in district play. As it is tonight, the Rams coming up a little bit short, but still a lot of football yet to be played. Want to thank everybody for listening here tonight. Want to thank Rob Williams, doing a great job on the stats. My wingman, Grant Mowry, helping me out here tonight. Also, Brock Crawford and his crew doing a great job. I'm Steve Mowry. You've been listening to Owasso Ram football tonight, falling just short to the Mustang Broncos, 47-41. Thanks, and join us next week as we bring you more Owasso Ram football right here on your Owasso